Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of the Jordy Culotta Show, live here from the Noodle, as we will get into a bunch of stuff this morning. Gordon McKernan is scheduled to come in studio and talk to us about the NIL deal struck with Kayshon Boutte and how he will affect NIL moving forward. We will also talk to Ben Baby, who covers the Cincinnati Bengals for ESPN.com. Playoffs start this weekend in the NFL, and the Las Vegas Raiders are making a trip to the Midwest as they will fly into Cincinnati for a Saturday bout versus Joey and the boys. We will talk to Ben Baby about that. We will also talk to him about the buzz around the Bengals right now, as they have to be one of the funnest teams. It can't just be just to South Louisiana that people are noticing how fun it is to watch Cincinnati. They're almost like must-watch television. Right?
You can hear it. You can hear it everywhere. Everybody's talking about Joey being the boys.
Yeah.
We appreciate you starting your day with us. Hit that like button, share button, comment button, as there is lots to get to. LSU basketball back on the wood tonight. Watched Auburn beat Alabama last night. Did you see that game?
I watched it. Alabama made a comeback at the end.
They did.
They made it close.
They did.
Who's the Auburn guy?
Walker Kessler.
Oh, God, that guy.
Yeah, but he did. They got him in foul trouble.
They got him in foul trouble.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that Pearl went back to him in the first half with the two fouls. I mean, that shows you how much you trust that guy.
And then he came. Then he got the early third foul early in the second half. Right? Is that when he got third foul? Then he got out.
Yeah.
But the other big man, played really well.
Yeah, he did. The guy who comes off the bench.
Yeah.
And Jabari Smith he's for real, man.
Number one overall pick.
That's what they kept saying.
He's smooth, man.
He is smooth.
And Baylor went down too, huh?
Who's that?
Baylor went down.
Yeah.
All undefeated.
Texas Tech. Texas Tech is kind of a sneaky
They always
team.
beat teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chris Beard now at Texas, so I mean that's a really good gig for Texas Tech as they beat Baylor last night. We will talk, as we said, to Ben Baby coming up here. College football rankings down. We'll talk about that as well and see what we can come to there as the New Year's Six and National Championship. We're up a little bit. But, you have to start taking into account streaming numbers. Not everybody is watching this on the television. Not everybody watches on TV. So we'll talk about how the numbers may be affected for the college football playoffs here, as coming up on the Jordy Culotta Show. Thank you for starting your day with us, as Lloyd's back there doing something with the lights.
What is Lloyd doing?
I guess turn the lights on.
He's dealing with the lights back there.
I feel scared. He's been gone for a while.
That's good. He set that thing up nice. He set the music up nice.
Yeah, he
did.
Now it's
a little loud.
Yeah?
It's a little loud.
Okay, wake us up. Right? Wake you up in the morning. It's hump day, baby. Get through it.
Loud
it is Wednesday, yeah.
In the earphones there. That was coming through. All right, Major Burns was here on Monday night for the College Football National Championship, and he was talking about the LSU getting into the transfer portal, and LSU they are doing work right now in the transfer portal. I mean, when you look up and you see a couple of guys going in, LSU getting some guys out of the portal. They're getting some local guys around the SEC to come back home. I think the biggest story of yesterday was Dwight McGlothern, the LSU defensive back who put his name into the portal. I mean, if for nothing else, you would think if you're a player, especially at LSU right now, that you've got the biggest commodity in your advantage. You've got playing time.
Yeah.
There's nobody there. I mean,
I'm confused.
There's no DBs.
Unless they told him to leave, but I don't think they would have done that. Yeah, he played great when he was there. Yeah.
Yeah, you would tell him. I mean, I may not know the whole story, but I mean, from what I've been told, this is like his decision, and I'm not here to. I don't know the parameters. I don't know the X's and O's of it. So I mean, I'm not going to dive into why it's happening for Dwight McGlothern. I'm just looking at players in the defensive backfield that you wouldn't look at LSU and say, I want to be there because I can play. Right. I mean, that's the biggest negotiating factor that you have in any sport is playing time, and LSU has legitimate playing time in the defensive backfield specifically, and to see McGlothern put his name into the portal after Flott puts his name into the draft. We've seen Eli Ricks transfer out. We've seen other guys make the move. We saw Derek Stingley make it official. I don't think that was surprising to anybody. I mean, I think that was kind of like accepted. But
what year is McLaughlin?
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. He's a true sophomore. So he's a second-year guy.
Okay.
He's got one more year until he can make a decision on whether or not he's going to come back. Lloyd, can you turn those hall lights on, please? That's my fault. I should have done that. But McLaughlin is. Yeah, I mean, like I figured he was going to be the leader of the defense of the defense.
Especially how vocal he was throughout the course of the year.
Yeah.
When Eli Ricks left, he came out and he was the one tweeting about it. He's like, "We'll do it. We have, the guys here are going to do it. We're going to do it ourselves." Blah 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 blah. And now he's gone. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of confused. I don't know what's going on. There's something. We don't know the whole story. There's something that there's something, and I'm not even saying that it has something to do with necessarily what happened behind the scenes at LSU, because something may be happening in his life. I don't know.
Right.
But
sure.
It's a weird because he was very vocal about staying
Mm-hmm.
and guys leaving, and now he's leaving. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It is. And one thing I did think of, and this is something that we've talked about very much during this process, is that, man, this is a total cleansing and overhaul of LSU football.
Yep.
And there may be some conversations going on behind the scenes. And again, this is nothing directed independently towards Dwight McLaughlin. I'm talking about all in all what it feels like could be happening just from an outside looking in of conversations that are having behind the scenes, that you realize this may not be the best place for you, or at this specific time during the coaching change that this isn't the best fit. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think some of those hard conversations that have to happen in everyday life and business and what's going on with LSU football is, a lot of that is a lot of people just kind of getting real with one another and saying, hey, look, this is how it's going to be. You may not fit in right now.
And that's what we wanted with the new staff. That was the hope, that someone would come in and change the entire culture and change, the regime would say, you know what, this is not going to be, there's going to be no resemblance of what used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have to go in there and cleanse it, and that's what they're doing. And I think you're right. I think that they're going to go there and say, hey, this is our philosophy, this is what we do. It's a no-nonsense policy. And some guys just don't feel like they like that, and they can go. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like, I'm not mad at him for leaving if he doesn't feel like he fits in with that type of energy or culture. That's okay.
Did y'all know 7 Alabama players went into the portal?
Yeah. I mean, I think
they have too many.
Yeah, they got too many.
Yeah.
And I think that's really kind of what's happening to Eli Ricks, is that he probably got over there and he probably looked around and was like, I may not play here next year, where I left a situation where I was going to be the feature.
You're going to be the first rounder.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to be the top. You're going to be the face of the defensive backfield.
Yep.
What a terrible feeling that must be.
It's got to be.
Leave.
It's got to be a
Yeah.
very, very just. Yeah, I mean, like
punch.
it is just
it's a shot to the ego.
Yeah.
Of saying, hey, I am the guy, or I was the guy, and I think I'm the guy. And now I go here, and I'm no longer the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every place I've been the guy.
Yeah, I don't really know how to
and
handle
now
that.
I'm very much out of place here.
I don't know. And I don't fit into what their my personality is not really fitting into their culture. Like what Saban did on the stage after for the press conference, and how he talked about his guys. Those guys earn that respect from him.
Yeah, they
You know what I mean? He demands that respect, and they earn that respect.
Yeah.
And if you don't, Billingsley.
Yeah.
Which was an unbelievable who is an unbelievable talent.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't buy into that, and you don't earn that trust from Saban, and you don't prove to him that you deserve that, you're not going to play. And it doesn't matter how good you are. And that's Billingsley is a product of that. That's what happened. He's leaving. He doesn't. And that's what Eli Ricks is going to do. He's going to go there, and personality wise, he may not fit into what they're doing, and Saban ain't gonna take that.
Yeah.
And now he's realizing, oh man, I can't really talk my way into this thing.
Right.
Can he? If he hits he can't hit the portal again, can he?
I don't know how that works, but I mean, like
Has he enrolled? Has he enrolled?
That's what I'm wondering, because he did the
how did
essentially
Gilbert
practice with Alabama.
Because Gilbert was, I mean, he was 2 times in the portal, where he committed to Florida and went on campus with them, and then he left and went out of the portal, and
So you can do
he
it.
came to LSU, then he went back to Georgia.
But how does that? Because you only have one time free transfer, right?
So I don't know if he enrolled.
Yeah.
I don't know if it became official. I don't know if he just committed from the portal to a school, where it's like a lot like recruiting. And look, there have been some tales of things coming out. We talked about the Trey Palmer situation a couple of weeks back where, I don't know if it was Palmer's decision to leave LSU. I really don't. I mean, I think,
Right.
the stories that we heard was Palmer showed up to a workout late and the rules had changed, right?
Yeah.
And when he got
The
upstairs
sheriff in town.
and explained why he was late, that just didn't fly. Yeah. And when it didn't fly, I mean, he was told to kind of pack his bags. And it feels like with this Dwight McGlothern situation that could be a similar
You think
thing.
so?
I mean, for as much as McGlothern was out talking about staying, for as
Right.
much as he was talking about, the opportunities that he was going to have, and then to look up and see him in the portal, I think the puzzle pieces kind of put themselves together.
Yeah.
Right?
Because he was as big an advocate for LSU as almost anybody on whatever the attrition started to happen. He was one of the few that was pretty outspoken about wanting LSU to get back to where, he thought LSU should be.
Right.
He was an LSU guy, it felt like. So probably some of the changes that have happened in the defensive back room could cause you to kind of look around. I'm sure no longer Corey Raymond. Do you see Eli Ricks up? Because that was the LSU sauce for so long, right? What it'd be, you always had one guy and then the next guy in line to where you could kind of keep DBU in check and kind of always have somebody that was going to be pro ready every year. And now it doesn't seem like that. Those pieces have kind of fallen apart, but they're bringing in other guys that seem to be some studs.
I like Laterrence Wells has been very vocal about. I like that.
Me too.
Not bad vocal, like confident. Like, hey, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to take
my
that
time.
spot.
Yeah.
Like this is an opportunity for me. Like, there's been freshmen that have started at LSU and been very, very successful and been ready. So he's coming in here ready to go, and I love that. Like even if he's not 100% ready for the first game of like being the everyday guy, every down guy, he's going to be ready at some point. Like that mentality goes a long way.
I will tell you that the feeling around the LSU football facility feels very much like a reset in the people that we have talked to and the people that have really lost their job over the last 48 hours, over the last 72 hours, since really things have been up, moving, and being put in place, is that there is a clear overhaul and reset that is happening inside that program, really for the first time since 1999, since 2000. I mean, when Saban got here in 2000 and 1999, I mean, there was a cleansing of, kind of the good old boy network of South Louisiana and LSU. And look, there were some people that made it through, but for the most part, I mean, it was a lot of new faces. It was a lot of people that were kind of outside of the market that were coming in and working at LSU for the first time, that was really changing policy, procedure, and just the everyday, day-to-day functionality of the program and the athletic department, really. I mean, it was an overhaul, really, of kind of what they were doing and how they were operating. And since then, you've never really broke away from, you've always had some type of puzzle piece from each era or, kind of each coach or administrator that has been piled up along the way. And I think right now, I mean, it's a complete dynamite boom. I mean, it's a blow the whole thing up. And if you can't get on board with how they're going to run the organization, it doesn't matter if you're the starting wide receiver or if you're the starting cornerback.
Right.
You can't play here, and you can't
be like that,
you can't
right?
be here. I think it was time.
Yeah.
It was absolutely time in LSU's football program, especially everything that's been happening around.
Yeah.
It's not just so much on the field. Like it's like
it never seemed to be.
It was more like behind the scenes stuff that was really haunting the program, that it was really probably, this was the moment where it was like, that's probably one of these discussions behind closed doors, whether you run a company, whether you're in a football program, whether you're in a relationship, whatever it may be, that you say, when's the right time
Never the right
to just blow it up?
Yeah.
And there's really never a you're like, well, we got to deal with this.
Yeah.
We're going to have some backlash from that. You're going to have to reset on this. You're going to have to, with the conversation you're going to have with him, with her, with all of these personnel. And you're like, it's going to suck.
Got to rip the Band-Aid off.
It's going to suck. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a bad process. It's going to be one that you don't want to sign up for. But if you want to keep this thing moving down the track, and you at some point want to improve on all the stuff that has set you back, then you got to have these conversations. You got to have these. You got to make these choices. These people who have felt like they are safe, secure, and can do things one way and not have any repercussions from it. Well, their days are coming to an end, and those are tough conversations. That look, I don't think anybody wants to have them, but now's the time for LSU football to have them, and that's it kind of feels like that's what's going on.
Because it feels like there's not a single person left from the Ed Orgeron regime.
I know,
right? Like he got rid of nearly everyone, even people like I was kind of outspoken about some of the guys that he got rid of. But the more you look at it, he is trying to do a factory reset. He's doing a hard reset on the LSU program. If you had any ties to what was going on under the Ed Orgeron era, there was a chance that you weren't going to be able to stick around. It's because he doesn't want any of that culture, I'd imagine, around. Like, even Brad Davis isn't really an Orgeron guy.
Right.
It felt like
Scott
Woodward.
Safe.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like mainstays, like secretaries, are out. You know what I mean? Like people that have been there for
people that thought they were going to retire. With
I don't
LSU.
want to put names out there, but if you are familiar with LSU football, I mean, the faces that when you would go into that building that you knew were going to be there and that you could talk to, they're no longer there. And it's not just from Ed Orgeron. I mean, that was Les Miles and even some of them from Nick Saban.
I mean, the Secretary of Baseball has been there since
exactly.
Ms. V.
Exactly.
Still there.
Right.
I think as long as Skip's around, she's safe.
She's still there.
Oh, hello. How are you?
But she's from Louisiana.
Yeah,
she has an accent.
It's
She's from
crazy.
Louisiana.
She has
I'm
this
like,
like South
I don't even know where she's
England.
England.
Accent.
So it's funny you said. So Ryan Schiff for the longest time used to think she was from England.
I thought she was
Wait,
British.
is she
The
like-
first time
He's like, why is this like?
the first time I met her, I thought she was British.
But
She's
she's not?
She's not. She's from
like
round Baton Rouge.
Yeah, she's like from
Really?
South Louisiana.
That's so strange.
Just
I want to
happened.
hear
Jody,
it.
you want your peppermints?
Yeah.
She had the big bowl of
Yep.
I'm always
She still
like
has it.
scooping.
She
these
still has it.
peppermints.
That's so
She
strange.
Every time you say 99, 2000, I think of Juvenile. Every time you say like, oh yeah, Nick Saban.
Back in the 99.
Yeah, back in 99 and 2000. I'm like, man, every time he says it, I want to drop
old
the
school
juke.
cash money.
That was my first CD.
The
First
best.
parental advisory. Got
The
that out the
best.
window on a field trip.
Really?
Yeah, my buddy's mom.
Oh.
His brother bought it for us. We gave him money and he bought it for us because we couldn't. We're too young.
No.
And then we're listening to it together. You know, like on our like
yeah.
on like that was like right when the headset you could like put two or whatever. And we're doing this. She goes, "What are y'all listening to?" She puts it on there and she takes it, just throws it out the
Wow.
Out the window?
Yep.
Like,
Bro, your mom. Tell her
Not
to
mine,
chill.
not my mom.
I know, but like your buddy, like,
I know.
dude, tell your mom.
Well,
To
she
What
had,
do
he
you
had,
do
This
after
sleepover's
that?
bullshit.
he had two older brothers, so she knows. She got it. She was like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not letting
Give me
this-
that.
Yeah, I know what's going
Did
on.
she listen to it? Like in
Oh
front
yeah.
of y'all?
Oh yeah. She put it on and she was like, I mean, it's juvie. So like, hey, we're not listening to this. I mean, we're like 10.
Slow
you know,
motion
like,
vomit.
yeah. Hey, this is going out the window. Sorry, boys.
Daily Mirror brought to you by Edward Jones. Remember our friend Daniel Newman. Daniel Newman has confirmed that the tailgate will be rolling 10:30 to 1 o'clock this Saturday in lot 105, which is right next to the natatorium, kind of on the side of the field house, side of the track and field stadium, side of Bernie Moore. Right there. It should be hard to find. From 10:30 to 1 o'clock as LSU will be taking on Arkansas this Saturday for a 1 o'clock tip-off inside the Maravich Center. But Daniel Newman, daniel.newman at edwardjones.com. If you're looking for financial advice, if you're looking for investment advice, get in touch with our friend Daniel Newman. Daniel.newman at edwardjones.com is where you can find him
Is it
as far as
105
an
or 108?
email.
108 or 105?
Last
time we said 108.
No, it's 105.
Okay.
I screwed it up, and
Okay,
I
got
corrected it this morning. 225-261-8262. 225-261-8262 for Daniel Newman, daniel.newman at edwardjones.com. Travis LeBlanc, lot 105, I'll be there. Good to see. Come on out, Travis. Tell a friend, bring a friend, as we will be out there. LSU is traveling to Florida tonight, where they will take on the Gators, and they will be doing it without Xavier Pinson, as Will Wade was here Monday morning talking about Pinson and the injury that he suffered over the weekend versus Tennessee. Now, all of the x-rays and all of the reports and everything that has come out since Saturday's game has been very positive for X. Him missing the game on tonight is, I think, look, you want to play this thing as safe as possible, but as far as like what the, what it could have been, this is really good news for LSU, even though Wade said on his radio show earlier this week on Monday night, actually after he left here, that after speaking with a couple of people within the medical staff and talking to X about what was going on with his knee, that he will not play Wednesday night, but a possibility of a return for Saturday versus Arkansas is on the table.
Is Florida good?
They're solid. Good enough
they're
to beat
solid,
us.
absolutely.
They're good enough to beat you.
Really?
Especially at a home. When you go on the road in this league, I think Auburn saw it last night.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn was on the road against Alabama, and they held a big lead throughout that contest at times, but they never really could close the door on Alabama, and I think that's why, from a home court emphasis, that you can't get past that in the league. I mean, you can't overcome that. It's tough to go in and play somebody for 40 minutes on their court.
Yeah, they're preseason top 20.
Oh, okay.
So they've lost some games, not ranked anymore. But
they're not ranked. Okay.
No, but they were preseason hyped up. So they're talented enough to beat anybody that goes in there.
Yeah.
LSU catching 1.5.
Really?
Interesting.
Wow.
Rat line.
Well,
Pinson.
Yeah, no Pinson.
Yeah. I mean, I think that definitely
Sniffing
means
out.
something to your.
Sniff out the rats.
Sniffing
I think
that
that
one out.
that
I might take
definitely
the
means
cheese,
something to your to the flow of the game. He does
Absolutely.
He does so much to kind of calm you down out there. This is going to be a 6:00 tip-off. The game will be featured on ESPN. LSU, as we said, ranked number 12 in the country after the rankings come out earlier this week. But look, Florida is, they can beat you for sure. I mean, I think they're led by Fleming and Castleton are their two best players. LSU obviously going in tonight with Tari Eason. It'll be interesting to see how they manage the starting lineup. I'd imagine that Gaines gets the nod here for Pinson being out.
See a lot more of Justice. What's his last name?
Justice Williams.
Williams. What was that?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Winston.
What?
Justice Williams.
Jameis talk.
What?
I thought you made Jameis on the brain.
Eating W's. I hope we did W tonight. You know what I mean? He's gonna. I mean, I think he's gonna get some more playing. He's played fine. I think it'll be good for him to get some more action, maybe some extensive playing time, maybe kind of get some more confidence in the shot. Because if he can start nailing down some threes, it's gonna help us out a lot.
Absolutely.
But you kind of saw how LSU basketball was a little chaotic whenever Pinson left the floor in the last that last stretch. It's not only because it seemed like everybody saw the injury. It was like, oh, that can't be good news coming back from that. But just the way that he was able to kind of control the court, control the tempo of the game when it got squirrely late, they were missing that whenever he got out. So I would imagine Gaines in a road environment in Florida, there might be some moments where you'd wish you had Xavier Pinson back. Yeah. But it's good news that he won't be out for as long as we initially thought.
Yes, for sure. I mean, from what it looked like to what it is, I mean, just amazing, really, because of how bad that looked for Pinson. I mean, if you were in that arena, I mean, it looked like his knee buckled. I mean, which is, worst case scenario. But
you saw what happened to Jamison.
I was going to say it looked kind of a lot like James Williams in the national championship.
That's why they stopped showing the replay.
Yeah.
Because the first time they showed it in slow mo, you can see his ligament pop.
Yeah, you saw it.
And then
you saw it give.
Pinson, I feel like his leg slid a little bit, like enough to where
it gave.
It didn't just pop. Right. Which is good. Thank God.
I think Willis McGahee was the test case of when to stop showing the replay because they did not in what was that 2001 national championship. And that was the first time I'd ever seen that made oh boy. Yeah, I don't think they should be showing that. Like HD was just kind of coming out and it was helmet on the knee and it's like I don't think we'll be seeing him again this game.
Yeah. I still haven't seen the replay of when I shattered my arm. My arm was in complete it was fucked. Sorry. But it was out. I thought I dislocated my elbow. That's how bad.
Compound fracture?
Oof.
Oh, I shattered it. I had 14 pins and 2 plates on them.
Is that what that scar is? The long
both one? Both of them, yeah. Top and the bottom.
Oh, the top and the bottom?
Yeah.
Can you fly with that? Do you go off in the machine?
No, I don't go off. Yeah. Titanium, man. You got technology.
We mentioned the transfer portal in LSU, and Major Burns was here earlier this week talking about what LSU was really going to get into and try and make some moves there. You saw yesterday. We mentioned Dwight McGlothern was in for LSU, but LSU picked up a couple of guys. First, it looks like Joe Fuchsia, who is a Louisiana native and has spent some time at Arkansas, is coming back home. Joe Evans, who was on the defensive line and offensive line, a North Louisiana native, looks like
a couple lines.
He is coming home.
Wait, what? What?
He wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Turns out he's better at football. Come on home. Keep it a hobby.
Is that why he left?
That was the word on the street.
That was the word on the
To
street.
be a rapper?
Yeah, that was went on American Idol, didn't he?
I didn't know.
Did he?
I think so.
I didn't
Didn't
know
get that ticket. Simon, thank you for bringing back
I
that.
don't think Simon's there anymore.
No.
No, I don't even watch the first season.
I don't even know. I don't
Yeah,
even know if it's still on
watch it
TV.
either. I don't know.
And then Dante Starks, the linebacker, who
Back.
was
playmaker.
dismissed. Yes, a absolute playmaker.
He's a handful.
He is.
He's
Well, I mean,
back?
he's all New Orleans.
Wait, he was here and left? And
Yes,
coming
all
back?
three of these guys.
Where
Hey, so
did
here's
he-
my
I
thing.
mean,
though.
Evan, I mean, not all three of them, but Evans
Evans
and
Dante,
But
Dante.
Where did Dante go?
community college.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
if BK is getting guys out that aren't fitting in, these guys are coming back in.
Yeah.
There's something like
I
Right.
know.
maybe they shaped up, or
Well, I
maybe
still
There
need
is
to
something
win.
behind the scenes.
yeah.
There is something
You
behind
know,
the scenes.
because like,
Yeah.
hey, he's pushing these guys out that aren't fitting in his thing, but he's gonna go out and bring back Lil Wayne and bring back you know your guy who wants to just punch everybody in the mouth. Like, I don't know, I like it.
I like it.
And then so Joe Fuchsia is a guy from Arkansas who announced
Oh.
he was coming home. He sounds like South Louisiana,
Mm-hmm.
as he will be home and coming home to Baton Rouge, to LSU after he finished the 2021 season with 72 tackles, 32 solo for Arkansas. So you see the impact that they're having, man.
Well, he's a team
right
captain
now.
on Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like that was a big pull to get him away from, I guess, what they were doing at Arkansas. That's not what you would really see from the transfer portal, I would imagine. So that feels like a big get in my mind. Like a starter was a team captain,
Shows
and then
how
you're
much he liked LSU.
yeah. Then he
you know?
gets that LSU offer. He's like, well, yeah, I'll go back. Indy from New Orleans, Indy,
Yeah.
Louisiana guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
such a cool shot you put up there. The half Arkansas, half LSU uniform. That's awesome.
He's got some swag to him.
Yeah, he does.
Hey, no doubt.
I thought they made a new rule about the knee pads.
Hush, dude. Don't.
But they, you know, I mean, I know he's got the knee pads there somewhere, just up top. But didn't they say it'd have to go over
Yeah.
the kneecap, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, game gets wild though. You know, they start pulling those things up.
I mean, now they cut them and they go up to the mid thigh.
That looks like the practice pants.
Yeah, the girdle.
Do you think that? Who's the coach from Georgia? Is that confirmed that he's coming the wide receivers
Hankerton?
coach? Yes.
I don't think it's confirmed, but it sounds like it's trending.
Okay, because you're starting to see like the influx of these New Orleans guys that are wanting to come to LSU, especially when you mention like obviously Frank is out there hitting the streets, but then you get another St. Aug grad that everybody loves. Like those are the players that if you want Louisiana or LSU to be competitive, those are the ones that you want to keep. So Brian Kelly he's starting to understand the gravity of the talent that is in Louisiana and who can go get it.
Yeah.
So I think those are would be two massive hires, or if at least the Hankerton would be another massive get to add to a recruiting staff that was the one concern coming in with
Yeah.
Brian Kelly's if he's gonna be able to recruit this part of the state, this part of the area,
Right.
and these are all the guys that he's coming in and that can do it.
Yeah, he's
So
doing it.
this is all positive.
Remember, Daily, we're brought to you by the Mulhan Law Firm, online at mulhanlawfirmla.com. They can help you in personal injury, business organizations, wills and trusts, family law, 50 years of combined experience. Get in touch with them online, 225-926-8533, 225-926-8533, and online at mulhanlawfirmla.com. We'll be back with more of the Jordy Culotta Show. We'll set you up. We'll talk about the transfer portal, LSU, Florida. Gordon coming in, Ben Baby going to be here talking Cincinnati Bengals. We'll be back here on the Jordy Culotta Show, driven and powered by Go Chevrolet. Bro. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU, bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU, bluewater.com. Papa Earl's, the fine spice originating right down here in South Louisiana by our guy Mark Pop Norman. Developed it back in 2018 and won Amazon's Newcomer of the Year in 2019. They pride themselves in having 30% less salt and sodium than the leading brands at the same price point. You can find them locally. Look for Papa Earl's at Rouse's, Calandro's, Mathern's, High Neighbor, and more. Hebert's Specialty Meats, home to the finest boudin in South Louisiana. 2 spots right here in Baton Rouge and out in Prairieville. Stop in and see them in the Dutchtown Shopping Center on Highway 73 or right here in Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway. Online, hebertsmarkets.com, and they're all over social media. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. Hebert's combines perfect seasoning with that authentic Cajun flavor. Find out for yourself. Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway and in Prairieville on Highway 73. hebertsmarkets.com. Do you have questions about your finances? Are you looking for recommendations from a skilled financial advisor? Get in touch with our friend Daniel Newman over at Edward Jones. You can find him easily by logging online and shooting him an email at daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. That is daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. Whether it is help with your 401k or just fiscal advice heading into the new season, get in touch with Daniel today. Best way to do it? Email him, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. He's our experienced financial advisor. Let him be yours, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. Hebert's Specialty Meats, home to the finest boudin in South Louisiana. 2 spots right here in Baton Rouge and out in Prairieville. Stop in and see them in the Dutchtown Shopping Center on Highway 73 or right here in Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway. Online, hebertsmarkets.com, and they're all over social media. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. Hebert's combines perfect seasoning with that authentic Cajun flavor. Find out for yourself. Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway and in Prairieville on Highway 73. hebertsmarkets.com.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Welcome back here to the Jordy Culotta Show. I'm going to have to step out of here for a little bit this morning. I'm going to let Mikey take over the controls as
be
you
like
get your
mic'd
first look at
up.
mic'd up.
Sort of.
Wait, are you pinch hitting for Jordy?
So there you go. It comes in the pinch
It's
hitter.
gonna happen.
So they will take it. I will be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. for sure, and I'll let you know and keep you updated. Be right
Yeah,
back.
there we go.
Sure.
We'll flip the set real quick, go to commercial,
Yeah.
then we'll be back. Mikey will be in the chair. We'll see where this
Bear
thing
with me,
goes.
boys.
This will be
And
good.
girls.
We're
This
good.
will be
It's
good.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Do you have questions about your finances? Are you looking for recommendations from a skilled financial advisor? Get in touch with our friend Daniel Newman over at Edward Jones. You can find him easily by logging online and shooting him an email at daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. That is daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. Whether it is help with your 401k or just fiscal advice heading into the new season, get in touch with Daniel today. Best way to do it? Email him, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com. He's our experienced financial advisor. Let him be yours, daniel.newman@edwardjones.com.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. Welcome back. It's Mikey, not Jordy. Little sneak peek of mic'd up, sorta. We're not gonna be sitting down during mic'd up.
Your
but
microphone sucked so
my
bad
microphone
over
was
there
so
that-
bad,
that
and
Jordy
I
left.
fixed it. Yeah, just when we fixed it to try it out, Joey's like, you know what? Come over here. Bump up to the big
belly
leagues. I'm like, all right, let me try this.
My tum-tum hurts.
Let me try. Yeah, it's okay. What? Tum tum?
That's an inside. A little inside.
See, I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Privy to the inside,
No.
the inside
You're
jokes from
getting
the.
there,
old-
though. You're
I'm working
getting
on it. I'm working on it.
Getting
It was more just sad than anything.
Yeah.
Whenever, those were the dark days of the show.
Those were the dark
Hey, we'll have some other.
We may not be doing this
shadowy
tomorrow.
days. It's okay.
Some dark days too.
It's okay. We can get through it. We were just talking about all the guys that were leaving, coming back, all those types of things. But on a different, on a, to me, a better note, kind of talking about the pride of LSU is I want to hit on the Kevin Falk interview.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know we talked about it yesterday about how it was long overdue that he was getting into the College Football Hall of Fame, but then having him sit on the stage and talk and have his press conference, it shows you what LSU meant to him and what LSU means to people from South Louisiana, really all of Louisiana, but specifically South Louisiana because he's from Karen Crow and it's not he didn't come from an area that is known for getting guys to the NFL or have super success, and to have him show that emotion and have him be able to go on there and speak from the heart, with everything he's gone through over the last couple of years was really fun to see, and it was cool to see, and I'm glad that I don't know who asked him the question, but I'm glad that they were able to
Articulate that.
articulate and get it deep down, because I think the person who asked it is from around the Lafayette area, so
Yeah.
from the 337. So I just want to say shout out to Kevin Falk and and what he's done. He was an idol of mine growing up. I got a phone call from Kevin Falk on my birthday one time. Yeah, when I was younger.
That's Uncle Ronnie pulling some
No, it
strings
was not
there.
Uncle Ronnie.
Get ready
It was
to
not
say.
Uncle Ronnie. It was not Uncle Ronnie. But yeah, so I want to hit on that because it's I don't think we can talk enough about Kev.
And the thing that struck me the most is you got to find a place for him in LSU. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's clear how much it means to him and how much he's put into it and how he really changed the trajectory of LSU, and he doesn't care about any of that stuff. He was more on the side of how much LSU gave him.
Yeah.
And he wanted to, like, he's talked to Rohan about this, why he was even come back and coach. He's like, I mean, I don't have to do this. Obviously,
Right.
he's done plenty in the NFL. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He's good on that end. He's like, but I wanted to come back to LSU because it's a place that gave me so much. I wanted to give a little something back to him. So for him to kind of, I guess I don't want to say lose his job, but I think they're going to have to find some sort of role because he won't do that for another college.
No.
If I don't think he's going to go look around for other college coaching jobs, but if you could find him a spot,
I feel like he's either going back to the Patriots or he's staying here at LSU.
or he's going to do some
No
sort
doubt.
of
No doubt.
like he'll do it on his own type deal where he'll do like camps and clinics and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think it would be it'd be almost a shame to not
Yeah.
have him continue to be tethered to LSU because it's not like I needed to see that, but to see him, I mean, he's crying. Talking
no
about
doubt.
it,
Yeah.
No
like
doubt.
talking about his daughter and everything and how hard this past year was, and for him to still be able to get through that message with tears in his eyes, I was like, this guy deserves to
It
be
means a lot to him.
influencing young athletes.
does.
Like he's only a good influence.
Yeah,
I know.
it means a lot, and that's we talked about when you change the culture, and that's what when Nick Saban got here in the early 2000s. That's what he built LSU on, was
Yeah.
building on guys who wanted to be part of LSU, that loved LSU, that was from Louisiana, and just kind of built that foundation. And Kevin Falk was before his time, but he was the one who kind of started that, and that's kind of what we need to get back to. We need to get back to the guys who want to be here and they want to be at LSU, and that's what looks like. That's what Brian
It
Kelly's
does.
trying
It
to
seems
do.
like that's happening.
Yeah,
It
right.
does.
And it's good to see. I'm glad that Kevin was able to put himself in that position. But I don't know. I don't see him going anywhere else.
No, I don't think he'll
I
go
don't see
anywhere
him.
else. And when you talk about Brian Kelly and him trying to starting to understand maybe some of what Louisiana is, I think that he probably watched that and so I was like, oh shit, I know Notre Dame's a big deal, but it's just so different here that he'll start to understand how impactful all of these people can be on LSU athletes and what it means to the culture for Louisiana.
Maybe he can go. Maybe he can go and help these companies with new commercials.
Oh my gosh.
Help them design better commercials.
Are we talking
that-
about Mace?
We're talking about any commercial with the guys like the new
The NIL era.
Can we
guys,
play that?
or even local
I
commercials.
mean, it
I
was
don't know.
his
Can we?
Instagram, right? I
Yeah,
think
I
wasn't
mean-
it just on his Instagram?
And I don't want to bad.
He's got
I
gummies,
don't
bro.
wanna
If you want
badmouth
them,
him
he's got
either.
the gummies.
Hey, you know what?
I'm not we're not bad mouthing him. Let's make that very clear. We love
Absolutely.
Mason. We love Mason. It is all, but I mean, oh, sweet baby. I feel like somebody was just like, hey, here.
Yeah.
Hey, let me just record you real quick.
Well,
Take
and
this.
that's the
Where
problem.
was Tommy on that one?
Yeah.
Where was TK?
Hey, I have no idea. I haven't talked to
I
TK
know.
in a minute. TK is Tommy Karam. He's
Yeah.
he's the best at what he does. The best in the business at helping athletes speak to the media and help their
Yes.
branding. And I don't know. Something you can only do so much.
You can see. I think
No, I
this
do
was
so
the
much.
classic case of grab this, read this,
It
and
was
we could be
just like
done.
that.
And he was like, "Hell yeah, first take,
Yeah.
let's get out of
Yes.
here." He probably didn't even watch it.
I know.
Yeah.
They posted it. Then all his boys were on Instagram in the comments, and just going,
know.
They're trashing him.
Oh
I didn't
my
see.
God,
I
they
didn't
were
see the
bagging on
comments.
it.
Wait, can we play it?
Of course,
Can we play
of course.
it?
Yeah, I'll pull it
Okay.
up.
Wait, what about these gummies? I mean, it had an effect because I couldn't stop watching it, and then I was like, wait, LSU gummies,
Full disclosure, I don't even know. I didn't see it. I'm just going based
it's
off
just a
of.
snack that I'm kind of.
Is it like a high chew? Is it like the
I think
energy
it is
gummies,
kinda
or is
like
it like
that.
a?
It's got
I
like
think
Is it
vitamins in
CBD? Is
Yeah.
it like a
No,
CBD
No,
gummy?
it's not. It's not.
But CBD is
or
not I mean, that's not
THC
weed.
related.
That's
No,
right.
it's not. But it's not that. It's like a snack. Yeah, it's like it reminds me of remember when Gatorade put out a snack like that?
yeah, like the
they
high
say-
chews, like
yeah,
the yeah. Okay.
That's what I think it is.
I
mean,
don't know. I've never seen it. I do like high chews though. Have anybody had
I've
high
never
chews?
had this.
Haichu is a sneaky, delicious candy.
Really?
The Japanese candies. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, is
Yeah.
that
It's a
who made it?
candy, right?
Japan?
It's not like supposed to be good for you or help you.
No,
get
no.
through
These-
anything.
It's supposed to like hydrate you.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like help hydrate. Yeah, I don't know.
I think
I
it's
don't
just
know if
juicy
that
as
works,
hell.
but it's that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know if it actually does that,
Yeah,
but
I'll have to try that and see.
I think we got the vid coming up.
Here we go.
Actually, I can't say vid because people think COVID. But
Oh,
we got
that's
the
true.
video
I didn't
coming
think
up.
about that,
Coming up.
actually.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of nicknames for the
There
the
are a
You
lot
got
of
the
nicknames.
Ronies, you got
now
the
we have
Vid.
Flurona.
You got-
Everybody
well,
makes
that's
fun
so
of me when I
stupid.
say that, but I think that's what I had. I think I had Flurona.
Yeah, but Flurona, you can have 2 viruses at one time.
I know. Flurona.
Here we go.
And in hand, here I have the officially certified LSU sour gummies. One reason why I really like the gummies is because it's an easy grab and go snack between practices and classes, and also it's very tasty. To get these, there will be a link in the description to where you can buy them, and you can use the QR code provided by me. Thank you.
Hell yeah, done with it.
So it was a self video.
It
He
did seem
propped
like
it.
yeah.
He propped because he was going to turn the video off.
Yeah, he was going to turn the
So
video
he was
off.
man.
He just needs. A
Let's
little
get this man.
coaching.
Let's get this man a tripod.
Let's
get him like a
do.
ring light. Let's get this man some stuff so he can do it the right way.
Jordan Peck could have.
All he's trying to
filmed
do is
that and-
promote something.
Yes.
Help him out.
Just trying to help.
He's
Help him
nervous. I mean,
out.
he's kind of moving back and forth. You
Yeah.
know, like uncomfortable.
I will
just
say,
by himself.
the branding on the bag, that's fire.
It is. That's
It's
what
great.
I'm saying. Like,
it's great.
it's a pretty cool.
Let's give
looking
this guy.
product.
Let's give him a little bit of a not even a script. That
Hey.
was a script.
Yeah.
Let's give him something. Let's be yourself. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
It doesn't matter
We
now
need-
with the internet age. You can do it. You could say how you want to say
Yeah.
it. Not doesn't have to be.
Mason, come into the studio. Let us help
Mason. I like that, Mason. But yeah, so again, I'm Mikey, not Jordy. Jordy left. He had a little incident, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I got thrown in the fire. I got pinch hit for.
That's
I'm
right.
pinch hitting for
He's pinch
Jordy,
hitting.
but
4-hole.
I'm the pinch hitter that you don't get told you're pinch hitting until you're on deck.
All right.
So I'm not prepped yet, but I'll be good. We'll be all right. We'll work this together. We're all in this together.
A great
let's
opportunity
get
to
you
bring
on a
back.
comfortable subject.
let's
Let's
get
No, I'm comfortable. We're good.
no,
We,
I'm in a comfortable subject.
So
Let's talk about
we
baseball.
talked about it before. Baseball.
Yes.
I know we're talking about baseball, so y'all deal with it.
Andrew Messina
Deal
has a question.
with it.
I was going to
Ask
say, it's a great
Mikey.
time to bring back Ask Mikey.
Yeah.
Yes, we have one. What can us baseball fans expect with MLB meeting on Thursday?
Perfect. That's what I was about to hit into.
I knew it.
So the way the owners work is they don't really give us much info. They kind of keep everything close to the vest. They don't
Sure.
want to say anything. They don't want to tip their hand. They get they're saying they're going to meet on Thursday, and they are.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this economic proposal that they want to give out. I'm not expecting anything to happen on Thursday.
Okay.
All I'm expecting it to, because where we're at now is we gave them a proposal and they have not responded to it yet. So we gave them a proposal on December 2nd. We have not talked since then.
Okay.
Right? It was not good. It wasn't a good meeting. They left. They don't know. They're not going to give us anything that we can go on, really. It's going to say, hey, this is what we're going to get. This is what y'all gave. And then, but what it does do is it starts the dialogue. It starts the dialogue again.
Right.
Like it allows you to talk to each other. It brings us all back in the room. It is January 12th right now. I would assume this deal gets done before February. I would hope this
really?
deal gets done before February. Look, the way these deals work, it happened in 24 hours.
Okay.
Like you could, the media and now listen, MLB controls a lot of the narrative in that way because MLB has MLB Network. It has all of the media outlets that basically work for them, and they can come out and just kind of say whatever they want
Yeah.
to try to direct it, the conversation to how they want to direct it.
Yeah.
But in that same breath, they're able to say, okay, we can create this, separation, but when push comes to shove and we're all in the same room, you get the yelling and disagreeing out, and then the agreement can happen within a day or two.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the health and safety protocols that they had done with COVID before, like they can take some of those things down, but they have all of that structure already there. So it's always a good sign to have people to have a meeting.
Talking again. Huh?
I'm hoping something comes out of it. I don't think anything's going to come out of it on that Thursday. Just from everybody I've talked to around here and around baseball, really, it says that they haven't really been close. They haven't even talked
Okay.
and communicated. But, it's all going to work out. They're going to play. There's no way the baseball can allow
Yeah.
a season to have the season will be over. But
Andrew also says it feels like the owners are only doing this to save face and are going to lowball the players.
well, they're always going to
Really?
lowball the players.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like and they're gonna make it seem like we're being selfish and greedy, but in reality, they have all the money. They make all the money, whether or not we're getting paid or not. They're gonna pay somebody to play, and they're gonna still make all the money.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been the argument is, you know, it's billionaires fighting with millionaires, and not all baseball players are millionaires. Let me get that out there right now, because if you want to talk about these players being greedy, I'm not on a contract. I don't have there's a million players like me out there that aren't on deals, that are trying to keep their careers alive and have opportunities to be able to hopefully sign a multi-year deal. But if you don't play, you don't get that opportunity. And the longer you play, the longer this goes on, and the more. So you already had COVID. You already had the year after COVID, which was kind of weird because you didn't have that other year. So you're getting pushed back a couple years, and age comes into play.
Right.
And so there's more guys than not that need this to happen so that they can continue their careers.
That's so frustrating.
You know, you only see the Bryce Harpers and the Mike Trouts and all these people, but it's not always like
Manny
that.
Machado.
It's not always like that. It's not always like that.
It's always funny to me that the fans or people that watch the baseball, whenever these labor disputes happen, they have no problem yelling at millionaires, but they love siding with billionaires.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, oh god, like, look at all that money out there that you could play for. And it's like, look at all the money that the billionaires are keeping.
Right.
There's a reason there's a B and there's an M in the difference.
Exactly.
No doubt. No doubt.
Choose wisely.
Yes.
Brian asked about the thoughts on LSU baseball.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm working out at LSU right now. And I'm with these guys all the time, and these guys are ready. I mean, they're in there. I mean, right now, they're not allowed to have full team practices controlled by the team, but all the guys are there. So the players.
Is that because of COVID stuff?
No, it's just a rule. Like you
okay.
can't have like I guess you can't have scheduled practices or like formal practices until school starts.
Oh, okay.
And so right now it's all player only meetings. It's all player only practices. They're in the cage. They're doing all these different things, and it's fun to see. Like whenever the team takes control, that tells you you're in a really good place.
Yeah.
For the season, and I think it's going to come down to pitching. They're going to play good defense. They're going to be able to hit, but it's going to come down to pitching.
Yeah.
And someone's going to have to step up and become the ace. You lost Marceau last year, and
who's it going to be? I wonder.
I don't know. That's the big question mark for me. But I've met the pitching coach. A couple days ago.
This is a new pitching.
It's a whole
coach,
new
right?
staff. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's great. He seems awesome. I've heard nothing but great things about him. But it's gonna be someone's gonna have to step up and be the guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a guy. You don't have to throw 100. You don't have to throw 97 miles an hour as a starter. You don't have to have first round stuff to be an ace in college.
Right.
And I think somebody is gonna step up and do that. But. What you got on the baseball team, Lloyd?
Oh, I was actually just thinking about your CD story. Because I meant to say it, then we went to break. But so you got your CD tossed out the window, right, by a mother. Like, isn't that what happened? So this is what we would do. It was me and my brother. I have an older brother, 3 years older than I would. So shout out Sean. Whenever we would have to go do, this was the only way you could get like a CD. Your mom had to go buy it for you. We were like, 12 and 9 or something. It was ludicrous. It was either word of mouth or chicken or beer. It was one of the two. But what we would do is on the old school square CDs, they would have like the track, like they'd have like a little square that was like with the features, like the songs that were going to be bangers on the album. We would take that sticker off and put it over the parental advisory sticker. So mom always thought we were getting the clean version, and we got caught once. And my
well, here's the thing. Did you think your mom really didn't believe that?
Yeah, I think we
you
had.
thought you fooled her.
Absolutely,
because
she would look for it,
and
she's like, "Oh, it's okay. There's supposed to be the clean version." We were like, "Talk about sweating in the checkout line at Target."
Were you a now person? The now CDs, like the now 800.
No,
I don't even know what number they're on now.
I hope they're still churning them out.
I think they do. I think they are. But I think how do people still buy CDs?
No way.
You know what I do want? I tell you what I do want. I want to get a record player.
I have one.
Is it awesome?
We have it in our dining room hooked up to a Marshall speaker, and we go to Peaches in New Orleans and get all our records, and I freaking love it.
Is it awesome?
Yes.
I think that's cool. I think to me it's like a sophisticated, like you walk into your house and you have this like mahogany.
It makes you drink a martini.
Yeah, like a mahogany record player, and you have all the records on like the bookshelf, and it's like what do you want to listen to? And you start looking at like
you finger through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like that.
It's fun.
I like that.
I like the sound of it. It's fun. It's fun. I like
My
records.
dad just went and got all of his. Sean has one.
Yeah.
And my dad obviously like plays music. He just went and got his record collection from storage, and he has probably things that are worth a good bit of money.
bet.
But he was like fingering through them, and he was just like, "Why don't I have a record player?" So we might be getting one at the Courtney house now.
Yes.
I wonder if that'll never happen with CDs again. Like that's
No,
not going to
CDs are
come
out.
back.
It's not
I don't
as
know
cool.
why.
Because
Right.
a record has like it's
Yeah.
not as
Yeah.
the CDs aren't like a production. Like
Right.
a record, you take it out the case, you put it on there. You had the little little sound that you put when you put the I don't even know what it's called, like the
little
needle
needle,
part
yeah.
of
The
it
vinyl
on
scratcher.
Well, tapes didn't come back, so CDs probably aren't
No,
either, right?
how bad were tapes?
God, tapes are horrible.
You had to
Like, what about
rewind it
making?
like this,
Did
like
y'all make mixtapes?
still
Well, I'm
have
a
it.
girl, so y'all probably did.
I never made a mixtape, but I always burned CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Same.
I mean, my CDs were always on LimeWire, and that's a whole nother story.
That's what I was
but-
gonna say. You asked me about Now Music. I would know. We were on Lime, and I didn't have LimeWire on our computer. That was no bueno.
Yeah.
Well,
But you could go to the
I wonder why. You didn't have
Sketchy
LimeWire
Friends.
on
Yeah.
there.
Well, we had it, then we didn't have it. But you could go to like the Sketchy
Had it,
Friends.
dropped it.
Had it and dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sketchy
Yeah.
Friends house though. Go over there. That's where you would download all your CDs. And then we had one of my buddy's friends. His cousin was older than us, and he would charge us $15 to burn his CDs.
Stop.
And we were like, bro, just
Entrepreneur,
do it.
baby.
That's
Entrepreneur.
amazing.
Family, dude.
I love that.
And
Well, then we had people that would burn the CDs, but they would be able to, like, they were artistic, and so they would draw.
Yes.
And so
That
they
was
would
the
basically
coolest.
draw like the cover on the CD, and I'm like, damn, that's really cool. Can you?
Dude,
I'll
what-
pay you to do that for me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that was
here's
the coolest.
$5. I need you to draw on it.
So
I
how
was-
did you get caught with your
Oh,
sticker?
the
You
same
didn't
thing
finish.
that happened to Mikey. We Mom said, let's play this CD in the car. Like, don't you want to listen to it? We're like, no.
Oh my
And she was like, why
gosh.
not? It's like, oh, I don't even know if we like it yet. And she was like, well, let's see, let's find out right now. First song, that one, you're not gonna have that CD anymore. So we got that taken away.
That's
So
amazing.
That's how it happens. And same thing happened to my buddy with the paid for burned CDs flung out the window. Mom heard it, said
She did.
out the window. Yeah,
She threw it out.
Not my mom,
Oh,
my
okay.
buddy's mom.
Just
But
threw
that
it
seems
out.
to be
What's
the
with out
move.
the window?
Yeah,
I mean,
just-
what's with throwing
Well, I
things
think
out
it's the
window?
easiest way to. It's the easier way to do it.
You're
Instead of
never getting
breaking
this
it and
back.
it shattering, you just say you just throw it out there and you
Just keep
scratch
it
it.
and then like throw it away at home or
we'd have
something.
been-
Well,
I'd
that's
have gotten
not-
it back.
I don't think that happens. I don't think that's the way that works. You know, there's no way my friend's mom who threw away our CD was gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna keep this because I know that you two schemers are gonna try to find this thing, and I don't want it. I don't want you rummaging through my stuff
How
Right.
to try to
hilarious.
find
Because
it.
I
you know
got
what
things
mean?
you don't want.
God forbid you find what's in my drawer.
Yeah.
No way. Yeah.
Mom gets alone too.
How hilarious.
But that was the best when you were in high school and you were hanging out with your friends. I was the oldest of the Mott. Like I'm the firstborn, so I had no older brothers
Yeah.
or older cousins on the Mottech side. But when you had a buddy that had the older brothers, like
Yes.
that's what made it fun. Like I'm gonna go
Yeah.
hang out at Tyler's house. Okay, that's fine. And then we go hang out, and then like that's how you learned everything.
That's how you learn.
you have
everything.
you have the older brothers. You had the older brothers, so you had the advantage.
Yeah, I had an older brother too.
Did you?
Yeah. He just beat
Yeah.
the hell out of me all the time.
Really?
So it toughened me up. Yeah, he and
Wow.
his friends, I mean, they would
Wow.
just beat me.
That's probably why you fit in so well with the
Probably.
boys.
Yeah.
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 Were you like? Did you do that? I hear that a lot from people that like had like sisters as siblings. Like it was always roughhousing. I figured I only had a brother, and of course we would fight all the time. That's just
Yeah.
what you do, like your boys. But they would always like. They said that they got like brutalized by
Oh.
older brothers.
Oh my gosh.
Were you a
I
bad
mean-
big brother, dude?
No. I never
I couldn't
hit
see
on my
you.
sisters.
Yeah, I
No.
couldn't see you
But
doing that.
what I would do is every time my friends would come over and we'd have like basketball games or wiffle ball games, we would always pick one of my sisters because they have twin sisters, and I always pick Christina, and Catherine was never happy about it, but I always picked Christina.
Is she better?
No, it wasn't that she was better. It was just kind of like
Chemistry, dude.
it was just kind of happened.
The
Yeah,
team
yeah.
wins.
Yeah, but you know, so that we would just include them. So like my sisters grew up at the baseball fields or the football
Yeah.
fields,
Yeah.
and like they were just like all my best friends were like they're
Same.
yeah.
That was
So
what I did too. I couldn't walk down the hallway in my house without my brother was hiding somewhere. It was like he knew.
Oh, wow.
He knew if I was coming out of my room and going down the hallway, and there he was hiding.
oh no, see I never did that. I never.
I mean, he
Fought
terrorized
with my
me.
sister,
Terrorized me.
My sisters were a little mischievous, not in a bad way, but like one of them would always try to like
Twin energy.
Yeah, and they'd always take up for
Yeah.
each other. Obviously, one of them would always have. She was young. She was trying to get out of school, and so she put the thermometer in the microwave, like to try to like heat it up. But it wasn't the mercury thermometer.
Oh my god!
It was the battery thermometer. It blew up the microwave.
Oh my god!
Yeah, my mom wasn't happy.
Well, because now you're in trouble two times.
Yeah, my mom wasn't happy. It was
to
funny
get the
story.
system.
Funny story. No, it's not funny story. You just blew up the microwave. Can you afford to pay for another one? No, you can't.
And go to school.
Yeah, no, you can't.
That's amazing.
But whatever.
Okay,
You
let's
live and
get
you
back
learn.
to a little bit of sports,
Yeah.
I guess, right? Since
Yeah,
we
I
talked
guess.
about it last night via text that Lloyd somehow missed. Joe Judge is gone.
Gone out.
think I
We
saw
talked
it
about this.
yesterday.
We knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah. 2 seasons though. Is that weird? After
when
2
you
seasons?
have the 2 quarterback sneaks in the NFL
Yeah.
because you're scared to throw the football in the air and
Yeah.
you say the things that you said and you do the things and you act how you act, yeah, you're out.
Really? Okay.
Like this is a grown man's league.
Yeah.
You know, this is the adult league. This
Yeah.
is like
It's a business.
these guys are getting paid to do their job. Don't handcuff them because you don't think they can do it. I don't care how bad they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's the NFL. Like you have to go out there and you have to play and you have to prepare, even if you get your ass beat.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you try to take away some of the integrity of football, and you take away you take away the integrity of your team,
Right.
really. So yeah, that's out. And the way he's acted all year is out. And I'm all for it. They told the GM retired.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw
retired.
that too. Dave
No.
Gettleman or
Yeah, he didn't
whatever.
retire. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
he retired. Good for him. They let him.
Yeah.
Like they pushed, and once they said that, I was like, okay, Joe Judge is gone.
Yeah.
There's no way he's staying.
Yeah.
Because they told him he was staying, but no way. Giants are an absolute shit show.
Yeah, I know.
What do they say? It's been 5 years since the boat picture, and they've gone through 4 head coaches or 3 head coaches.
Well, I just yeah, they were on the boat in
you know
Tim's
that
and jeans.
story, the boat picture.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So-
that's when Odell was still there.
Yeah, so Odell was still there. They had a bye week, right?
Yeah, it was right before the playoffs.
It was right before the playoffs. They had won. They were playing well, and they went out on a yacht on the water in Miami, I think. I don't know where it was at, but out on the
Probably
water,
Miami.
probably. And they're on the boat, but they're like no shirts, but like with jeans on.
It looks like a wild scene. It's just
That
a
sounds
wild.
so 90s.
Exactly. It's like, and they're taking this picture, and it looks like the cover of an album. It's like,
it looks like a rap cover.
yeah, and I'm like, everybody and then they lost, and then they haven't won since.
Since
and they've,
the boat picture?
like, they have not had a winning season since then.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they get blown up
Odell was on
by
it?
that. Oh
On
yeah,
the
he
boat?
was the ringleader.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it right there.
look at them all.
There's a blank
Like in
somewhere.
Timberlands and everything
Yeah.
too. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
90s.
Oh yeah.
Looks awesome. Odell looks cool
I mean,
as
it
hell.
kind of does. Yeah, it's just bizarre. Like flannel shirt tied around your waist on a
A lot of
boat.
boys.
I'll tell you what. There's
Yeah.
a lot of openings in the NFL right now. Like
Yeah.
a lot of head coaching jobs, a lot of GMs. The Saints are about to get ravaged with their coaching staff.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
think
Yeah.
DA's gone?
I think he's gone. I think your there's another offensive coordinator. Who's the other offensive coordinator they have?
I'm not sure.
They have 2 or 3 coaches that are being asked to get
interviewed. And I saw
interviewed.
Jeff Ireland's getting asked.
Jeff
for
Ireland.
interviews, too.
That's another name. He's gonna get. I mean, he's gonna. The fact that he hasn't had a GM job yet is mind blowing. You know what I
Well, he
mean?
was-
Because he's unbelievable. His talent evaluating, the way he evaluates talent is second to none. And it's gonna be.
Well, Jeff Ireland was the one that I think he's kind of out of. He's been out of the loop and in the shadows for a little bit because he was the one that was asking like impromptu questions at the draft about like Des Bryant and asking if his mom was a prostitute, like to him, and they're like, Jeff, we can't do this anymore because they've changed the rules now to where if these things leak out and they find out who was asking like these questions in the combine that you really shouldn't be asking. It's like a $150,000 fine against your team. So Jeff
wow.
Ireland did that back in the day, and then he kind of worked his way back.
Well, he's trying to
with
find
the
the.
Saints.
He's trying to find like. Have you seen the movie Draft Day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just want to see who came to his birthday party,
exactly.
man.
Exactly.
Just want to see who went. If nobody goes to your birthday party, that tells you a lot about the character of a guy. You know
That's
what I
not
mean?
a leader.
Not a leader. Nobody went to his birthday party.
You don't show up to that. Is
It's a truth. There's
there's
truth
got to be
to that.
some truth to it. The movie is god awful.
Yeah.
But there's truth to that statement. It's like, hey, if nobody wants to, if nobody voluntarily wants to come and hang out with you, what does that say about you as a person?
Exactly.
right,
You know what I
especially
mean?
your
Like,
teammates.
especially if you're gonna invest all that money and you're the number 1 pick and you're supposed to be the quarterback and all this stuff. Like, hey, if nobody wants to invest their time in you without you making them invest their time in you, then that you're not a leader of men. You know, and like
Yeah.
I've been watching the Tom Brady thing I've talked about a lot, and it's the man in the arena, and it was just episode 9. There's one more episode, and this is the one about this is the last episode. This is the last season of him in New England before he left.
How long is this thing going to be?
What? There's
Man
10
in the
episodes.
arena.
There's 10 episodes, so it's his whole career. So it's from when he's got that first Super Bowl ring to when he left to go to Tampa. But like you get like some serious inside, the inside view of like what he was thinking, why he was thinking it, how everything that happened in his life structured his life, like all of those things. And like to me that's more impressive than saying, okay, this is what he does to train, or this is what he does on the field.
Yeah, it is.
How he creates this stuff off the field, and how he's had to change the way he's approached life, approached football, approached really everything.
Yeah.
Is a testament to him, and it's the only reason he's able to perform at a high level. I mean, there's, imagine having to go out there and play professionally at the highest level and be that guy with all that pressure, but then have your family and have people on the outside. Like there's a lot of stuff that goes on
right
that people don't really see.
Right.
Like if something happened at home the night before and you either got in an argument with your
Giselle.
wife or something.
That damn Giselle.
Like were to happen,
Whatever
and
she
you
said,
have to
she's
be able
right.
to, you have to be able to go to the play the next day and perform with a clear mind. Like
Right.
that's a hard thing to do, and the best of the best do that, and they're able to compartmentalize and being able to get an inside track on like what happened. Like I love it. I've been promoting it a lot. I'm not getting paid by ESPN to promote it.
Are you sure?
But it is. I wish I was, because I would promote the hell out of it. But it's
what does it come on?
It's ESPN Plus.
It's a
Okay.
fucking racket. It's like it's a paywall. I can't watch
Right.
it. I don't have
That
ESPN
is.
Plus,
But
so
it's-
that's why. But I do love this kind of stuff. I would be interested in it.
And listening to Edelman, because it was Edelman. Every episode they have someone they highlight, like teammates. One episode was Giselle. One episode was all of Tom's sisters, and this one was Edelman. And I was like, Edelman is the best, dude. I would love to just
kick it with
out.
Edelman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hang out.
I think
with
you missed your
Edelman?
you missed your chance.
Not get with Edelman.
No.
Maybe you, not me.
He said
Anybody
it.
could have
Boy
gotten
said
it on that Super Bowl night. He was blacked out and he woke up in somebody's bed. And he was like, "Ooh."
They got that picture taken
yeah.
of him. He's like, he's okay though.
Yeah, it's
He
fine.
embraced it.
Yeah, but she looked like, all right, I'm good.
Remember
okay.
when we bought the TB12 book and we threatened that
I had
we were
the-
going to do it? We have it, right?
I have
here.
the TB12
We're like,
book at
let's do
home.
it.
I
Let's
haven't
just
read it
see
yet.
like how he operates. Let's get on TB12.
It's just a
I think
list
we
of things
flipped
you
through
can't
it.
do. Like
It's a ton
you
of
can't have
things.
ketchup.
Have you read
You
it?
can't
Have you read it?
anything.
No, I haven't
No,
read
we
it. I
haven't,
thumbed-
right? You don't
know,
I
so you
I
don't
did.
know.
I thumbed
But we
through the
know his
diet part.
and it's like he doesn't eat
You can't even eat a sweet
anything.
potato.
No
Like-
nightshades, like nothing.
No nightshades?
Yeah, that's like tomatoes and eggplant and all those kind of vegetables.
Oh, I don't
Like
really
he
eat that
can't
either.
have that. Like he can't have
No booze.
anything.
Well,
No.
that's what makes him
No
him, and
smoke.
that's
I
what
know.
makes us
That's
us.
what makes
Like it's
him
a
like
hard.
age backwards.
That's
clearly.
a hard thing to do.
I know it is.
You know.
That's why I wanted if I was in the man in the arena, there's no way he's not noticing how different he looks in all of these years.
Oh,
if you have to
yeah.
go through Tom, like that would be
Allie-
a little uncomfortable. You're like, can we ask, like, Tom, what happened?
I know.
Allie hasn't seen one episode. She watched the last 15 minutes of the episode yesterday, and they went back through the years, and she's like, "Oh my god, he looks so much
I
different."
mean, he had
He
a
looks
glow
like
up
He looks
like
better
no
now.
other.
100
He looks better now.
He looks better as the years go by. It's amazing.
But he talks about that. He talks about why.
Facial reconstruction.
No, he just talks about like what happened in his life to make him change his habits.
Yeah.
You know, because he has like Tom, his son, or yeah, I guess Tom Jr. His son
Tommy J?
was he had a son with someone else
Oh, he
before
did?
Jeanette. So
I
he has
didn't know that.
and so, but that's when he was like young and single and going to do all
Yeah.
these different things. I think it was another supermodel,
She was an actress.
actress,
Who was it?
actress.
I don't know. But
forget- I
obviously
forget.
not good enough for the new Tom.
But
Oh.
but so Willie McGinnis was like the leader of the team at the time, the veteran guy on the defense, and pulled Tom aside. He's like, "Hey, we need to change this. If you want to be the person that you want to be on the field, then you have to change your ways." And Tom took it to, because that when he speaks, you listen.
Yeah.
And Tom listened to it and changed it and did all these different things, and then met Guerrero, and that's kind of how he evolved. And he talks about it, and that's to me that's the
Giselle had a
coolest
lot
thing.
to do with it too, right?
Giselle
Like the
changed
diet and all that.
Giselle changed them a lot too for the better.
Mm-hmm.
And she's an awesome. Like she is.
Yeah.
Like the way she supports him, and like she gets it. Like
Yeah.
you know, in a sense, like she's an athlete. She's not an athlete, but like
Right.
she has the same demanding schedule and has to be.
Well, she went through some stuff too and wrote a book
Yep.
about it.
Yep.
Just mental stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me,
Bridget Monahan.
Oh, that's who he had a
Cuddy,
kid
okay.
with?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her.
yeah, I don't know her.
Yeah,
I
she's
know
really
who that
pretty.
is.
Obviously, not like he'd be with someone ugly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Giselle, I guess, kind of takes the cake though. If you have
Giselle
the
does.
option.
I guess
she's
you
the
can't
top,
really-
right?
Yeah, that's
I
top.
Can't
mean,
really beat that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, I got to watch Man in the Arena then.
you have to. ESPN Plus. Get off the wallet.
You talk about quarterbacks changing their appearances. Did you see Stetson Bennett on Good Morning America?
Oh my
No,
God!
I
How did we not?
didn't.
How is that not the document?
I don't know.
How is that not a
What
document?
happened on Good Morning America?
Oh, my guy lived it up. Can we show
Really?
that? Are we
That's
allowed to
just
show
a
that?
picture, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He,
Shout out Good Morning America.
Yeah, shout out Good Morning America. Don't get us in trouble.
I know, really.
This man goes on Good Morning America, and thank God Michael Strahan was interviewing him.
Yeah.
Because
that's
he
cool.
knew.
He knew, dude. So, like, they asked him, hey, I don't think you've gotten much sleep over the last 24 hours or whatever after the game. And he's like, either drunk or hungover. And he's like, no, I hadn't gotten many.
You're kidding.
I hadn't gotten
Hours.
many hours. And then he started trying to say something. He goes, yeah, I haven't gotten any sleep.
No.
And so they're going, and like he actually did fine. Like
Yeah.
he didn't say anything stupid. And then
That's
Robin
amazing.
Roberts goes on there and asks him a question about his journey, and he answered it like pretty solidly
Yeah.
for being drunk.
The state that he was
Being
in.
Yeah.
drunk.
I mean, this is.
Hey,
the
but
new-
look, if you were in his position,
Absolutely.
if you were in Stetson Bennett's position, and you were a walk-on, and you're a guy that all year people said should not be the starter, you can't win the championship with him, you
Yes.
can't be Alabama with Stetson Bennett, all this stuff. You go to Alabama, you go to Georgia, you transfer to junior college, you come back to Georgia, you get the starting job, you take Georgia into the best season of the history of Georgia.
Yeah.
You beat Alabama in the national championship game, and you actually have a big reason. You're a big reason why you make throws. Hell yeah, you go out there and you get hammered. You like you go out and you live that up, and
Yes.
you show up to Good Morning America drunk, and that honestly endears him.
You show up to Good Morning America
You
drunk.
that endears him to everyone.
Absolutely.
He didn't do anything stupid. He just lived it up like
Right.
any other 22-year-old male human being who
Yeah.
wins a national championship, the
championship.
biggest. He's not going to play in the NFL.
Right.
He will not be in the NFL. He's not going to go. This is his last year at Georgia. He's
Yeah.
from Athens. He grew up as a Georgia fan. Hell yeah, you go and do that. You know what I mean?
They're
Like
projecting
That was the
him as
best
a-
night of his life.
the best
Yeah.
night of
It'll
his
be the
life.
best night of his life
It's gonna be the
forever.
best. It's gonna be the best months to come.
Yeah.
You know, like he's gonna have. He lived it out. He lived out his childhood dream of winning a national championship for
When
the
everyone
University
said
of
he
Georgia.
couldn't.
When everybody said he couldn't.
Well, they're projecting him as a day 3 pick or just
Oh,
an
he'll
undrafted
get
free agent.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll get
look.
a look. I don't
Yeah.
think he's making it.
He'll never be
Right.
on that stage again.
Is
where
it just because he's little, like a little guy?
He just doesn't have them. I mean, not that he's little. It was like, I mean,
Because that's what everybody was so into, his height and
well,
weight. the
Kyler
whole
Murray's
time.
5'9".
Oh, is he?
Yeah, and Kyler
Okay.
Murray was a number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. Well,
So like,
Stetson's 5'11".
you have if you're that small, you have to have something that separates you
Yeah.
from everyone else,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really have that. Like, he has some intangibles, he has some like leadership qualities. That's fine, but you don't,
Nothing to take you into
Kyler
the
Murray's
NFL.
an energizer bunny.
Yeah.
Like, you can't catch him, and he can throw the ball 70 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, he's a
he
freak
runs a
athlete.
4.4 and was a top 5 pick in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you could be
Yeah, like-
5'4", and that you would
So,
still draft
and that's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm not trashing on Stetson Bennett. That's just
No,
what's gonna
this
happen.
is
He's
his
just
life.
not.
Yeah.
Like, talent wise, Jake Fromm is probably better than him. But Jake Fromm, you saw what Jake Fromm can do in the NFL.
Right.
Not
You-
very good.
You don't want that. You don't want that to
He's
be your
not very
lasting
good.
legacy. But
Maybe the Saints will draft him.
It's so weird that he went to Jones County Junior College. Like, why was that?
Well,
where
I think
landed?
what he wanted to do was when he was at Georgia, he wasn't playing. He was
Right.
a walk on. So I think when he transferred, he just wanted to go somewhere he could actually play.
Yeah.
Just kind of get
Stay
reps
sharp.
Just a
and
weird
stay
place.
sharp and then come back. Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
maybe
JC. That's like my old stomping ground.
is it?
Well, that's around Laurel, and I grew up in Hattiesburg, so yeah.
I'm not.
is
I
that,
don't
when
know.
you, is that where y'all had the open door policy and that man would come visit?
No, that was at Mississippi State.
Oh, okay.
Open door. Wait, whoa! What happened?
Well, we
there?
didn't have an open door policy. There was just some guy that kept coming into our house, other people's houses too,
Oh.
at night, and like acting like he was drunk and like ended up in the wrong house, like after a party. And then it ended up getting like really shady. I mean, my roommate ended up testifying like in court about
Did
it.
y'all
He went
remember
to
the guy
jail.
in Baton Rouge that used to just show up, like same kind of thing, but he would just like look at you when you're asleep?
Well, that's kind of what this guy did.
I would
No, I didn't know
fucking
that.
murder somebody.
Do you ever
know.
get that feeling like somebody is watching you while you're sleeping? You're like, I don't even want to open my eyes right now. I know nobody's in here,
Yeah.
but it just feels like somebody's in here.
That's
Yeah.
creepy.
It is.
Yeah, maybe too much relief med sometimes.
I don't know.
And you get a little
It can't
paranoid.
be that.
Poor
But
relief
my-
med. I feel
my-
like we blame it. It's always relief med. Like that's the product.
Well, I mean, you want to say weed? You want to say marijuana on here?
I
You
guess
know what I mean?
not.
It hasn't happened since I started relief med.
There you go.
But my wife is not a sleepwalker or a sleep talker, but she's a sleep waker upper. Like,
Oh, gentle sleeper.
no, she's a hard sleeper. That's the problem. But she'll like sit up and
like-
look and then go back to sleep.
No.
That's creepy. Yeah, that would scare
Coach,
me.
I'm laying down in our bed one time. This is like right after, and like this is right after we're married. It's like, and she told me I'd never seen it. So I'm watching TV. It's probably like 11:30, and she's sleeping, and I can't sleep, so I'm just watching TV, and she's laying down. All of a sudden, she like sits straight up
Undertaker.
and just looks, and I look at her. I'm like, babe, and she looks and she goes, and goes back to sleep.
That is so
And I'm
funny.
like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And then I woke up the next morning and I asked her, and she started laughing. She goes, yeah, I can't believe you hadn't
she
seen
doesn't
that
even
yet.
remember it.
Did she?
She has no
Did
idea.
she remember?
Nope,
Wow.
nope.
I had a roommate
I'm a
that
light
had,
sleeper, though.
Night terrors, and my God, have y'all ever lived with somebody that had night terrors?
My little nephew used to have when he
Jeez.
Is
used
that
to
just
yell.
bad dreams?
They get up and like scream. They wake up and like scream.
Yeah, like
I mean,
like it's really real.
I hate all
Yeah,
that
it's
stuff.
Yeah.
real.
Like I hate that stuff in the movies too, when like paranormal activity and
Yes.
stuff like that. It's like, don't come at me. Don't get me, ghost. I don't want to be freaking people out. Just trying to sleep. But like I can't watch any of those movies because it sticks with me. Like when I'm trying to go to
Does
bed,
it?
I'm like, ugh. Well, I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know who they
How it
pick and
works.
choose.
I'm not. We already
Trying
talked
to
about.
stay
I'm
off the
not
radar.
a scary movie guy.
Okay,
So-
I am.
No, I won't watch
I
it.
do.
I don't do scary movies. I don't, especially like demon stuff. No,
Yeah,
thank you.
nope.
That doesn't scare me at all. Like,
That's real, though. That could
exorcists and
happen.
stuff. I know.
That's
it
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
Scare me
I
at
don't
all.
like talking about it.
The ghosts scare me more.
Don't
than,
even
like,
look at it.
Don't even look at it.
devils.
Don't even look at it. Hey, is Ben Baby coming on? We don't have
We don't have his number.
I don't have his number. I don't have his phone.
We'll get
we
with
don't
Jordy
use.
on
We don't.
that.
We don't use the phone that we were supposed to use for
Yeah, we
the
got a
phone
Bluetooth, a
calls.
new phone.
Yeah.
Do you think
Phone.
Joe Burrow or Stetson Bennett better night after
Oh,
national
dude,
championship?
Is that a
Oh.
question?
Well, you just say Georgia. I guess
No,
he's
I
from
mean,
Louisiana
their stories
though.
are
Joey B
different.
though, like you look at.
He just
You
made
also
it look
got
so cool.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to take into account the guy who's
Yeah.
doing it. Like
That's
Stetson's probably living it up as like a super fan.
Yes.
You know, Joey B is living it up as like I'm the dog.
Stetson's
I'm
cigar
going
smoking.
one overall.
Everybody's
Joe's
coming to see
cigar
me.
smoking.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's
Yeah,
going to see where
that's different.
Stetson's going where everybody else is at.
Yeah.
Joey B say, "Hey,
Everybody's
Come
going
to
to where
daddy.
Joe is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
come to daddy.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Got
Let me
the red
smoke
eye
cigars."
DJing
Yeah.
with the hat that says Big Dick Joe on it.
Yeah.
You can't miss me.
Right.
God, the sickest picture ever. Him and the cigar.
The cigar
Yeah.
picture. Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it
in,
lives on
in full
forever.
pads. I know, but like, and that wasn't like the best pictures aren't staged.
Right.
Right.
Like that was just
Him in the moment.
in the moment, and it got captured, and like that is all. There's actually I got to talk to Doobie. There's a one picture that I've been trying to find since 2009. Me and Renato, we won the national championship in Omaha, and we both jumped on the tarp, and we had the magazine, and we're both yelling in
Like
the
to the
stands,
crowd?
like to the crowd.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've not been able to find it.
Someone
And he can't
has
find
that.
it.
Someone
Well,
has
Doobie
that.
has the vault.
Oh.
He has the access to the vault. So like, I could go and any picture that LSU has taken since 2000,
Yeah.
you can see. So I wonder if
yeah,
they have
we'll
it. I
find
want to
that.
get that.
It's got to
printed.
be in there. But
wanna
Joe
get that.
Burrow did the same thing that Stetson did, except it was with Pardon My Take, so he kind of got away
But he
with
did
it.
it that night though.
No, it was in the morning.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was in the morning. Yeah, nobody was getting him that night. But he woke up and he was like,
no interview.
yeah, no interview. Yeah, there was a lot of hands
Some people
around.
were getting them that night, but
Yeah.
no interview. No interview. Let's be real there.
Joe was gone at 10:30.
Yeah, Joe is.
You
Joe
stay
had-
up very late.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Easy
Joe had-
night for me.
Joe has some time. He maybe went back out too. Who knows?
Take a ticket.
He may have left and come back.
Uh-huh.
No?
He probably did.
Probably did.
Yep. I mean,
Probably exhausting.
it's okay.
Yes.
There may have been a line.
That's what I'm saying. Like Rasputin.
Who?
You don't remember? You don't know this man?
I don't know who you're talking
It's
about.
old history.
Philosopher, right?
Yeah,
A
something. He
philosopher.
like kind of invented his own religion, and he convinced people that their wives, if their wives slept with him, they would become enlightened. And it turns out he had a fucking dong on him. So girls are into it too. And husbands were like, well, I guess this man is preaching religion and all this stuff. It was the greatest drift of all time. He convinced, like, pretty much husbands that it was okay for their wives to sleep with him because it wasn't for passion or lust. It was about religion.
Right.
And they were like, just take her. I don't care. But he was hanging brain. And so that's why they wanted to go see her.
He was crushing.
Well, that's the Oklahoma City guy. That's what he did too. What Timothy? What was his name? Not Timothy.
Timothy.
Oh, you're talking about the
Oklahoma City bomber. You're David
about.
You're talking about
Koresh.
from
Yes, correct.
That's Waco.
Waco. Yes.
I watched.
That's
Have you
what
seen
he
that on
did, too.
Netflix?
Yes, that is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Who
It's
plays
great.
him? Somebody famous.
I forget.
Ah, it is. I'll have
But he
to
looks
look.
just like him.
Yes.
What y'all got this weekend though for the playoff games? You know,
Oh, I have a teaser in that I already know
There you
about,
go.
but I'm big on. I mean, big
You're a
on-
teaser. You're a teaser
big-
guy.
Well, this is when you get
He is a
early
big
into the
teaser.
playoffs.
Yeah, he likes to tease.
Yes. It works. Sometimes it doesn't. When you get into these playoffs and these early round games, though, the matchups, I feel like if you could just get them closer to an actual pick 'em. I mean, don't
No
you feel like
doubt.
the Bucks
No
are
doubt.
going to win? Don't you feel like the Bengals are going to win?
I don't know. I mean, it's the playoffs, dude. Like things get a little wonky in the playoffs.
I
you know
know,
what I mean?
I
Like,
know, but
like,
this
hey,
is- yeah.
is the Big Ben narrative gonna be the thing? Like, is he gonna like somehow?
He stinks.
He does, but I mean, he's still Big Ben. He's still got something in there. I'm not saying he can do it
they
for a
blew
year,
that
but like,
load on
to get
Monday
in?
Night Football. Yeah, I mean,
I
he
don't
was
know, dude.
All-time move by him during that interview to keep his helmet on too, because he's fat and he's got a fat face. So instead of him like crying and like big nasty like me, he just kept his helmet squeezed on, so you can't really tell how big he is. It's
Yeah.
like
Did
that's a pro move.
Did you know that his measurables coming out the draft are the exact same measurables
Rasputin?
as Josh Allen?
Really?
Same 40 time and everything.
What happened?
I mean, he's
I guess-
39.
I know, but Ben never really. I mean, I know he
And
moved
look,
around back there. He didn't look like Josh Allen.
No, I didn't. I know. I that's why I said, did you know? 'Cause
No, I
it
didn't.
shocked me.
Did you know?
Did you
I
know?
didn't.
Okay,
You know?
David Koresh was played by Taylor Kitsch. Do y'all know who that is?
Don't know who that is.
Tim Riggins.
That's where I
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
him
from
Friday Night
Friday
Lights.
Night
yeah.
Lights.
Wait,
I
which-
love Tim Riggins.
Is that from the TV show or the movie version?
From the TV show. Yeah, the
TV
TV
show
show series.
stinks.
Yeah.
Movie's
Ooh, I
awesome.
loved it. I loved the TV show. I cried when it ended.
Why does this always happen?
We freeze.
Are you still frozen here? Are you frozen?
I'm not
Oh, there
frozen.
we
I'm
go.
here.
Yeah, I love that. I
Wait.
loved the TV series.
Oh, now we're back. I didn't like the TV show. I loved the movie though. The
Why?
movie was awesome. The TV show went
Yeah,
off
the
the
movie was
rails.
awesome.
You didn't like Minka?
Oh, brother, that was a
Minka
time in my
Kelly?
life where Mika Kelly was
Yeah. Hey,
worth watching on the television.
Jeter's
Yes.
life too.
Hmm?
Derek Jeter's life too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Then he tossed her to the side.
He was. They thought that was gonna be the one for him
I did too.
before he met.
Hannah.
Who's
Hannah.
he with now?
Hannah
He
Davis.
married. Now he's married. Hannah Davis,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sports Illustrated model.
Yeah.
now
Somehow-
they're married.
Yeah.
They have a kid, I think, right?
Somehow topped Mika Kelly. Like I was like, this seems
I mean,
right.
he
And
topped
then-
everybody.
I know.
You
And
go
then he
look
finds
at
another
look
one.
at his roster. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they could all be retired in the Yankees pinstripes.
And the stories are
He's
legendary.
he's got the starting nine for sure.
The stories are legendary.
Yes.
I wish I got to play with him. I never did, but I played with somebody.
Sounds like a lot of people did though.
One of my one of my good friends that I play with in Detroit came up through with New York and with the Yankees, so he got to play with Jeter. I got to I did meet Derek Jeter one time.
Really?
Yeah, and we were when I signed with my agency, CAA, they have a facility they would put us up right outside of Tampa, and we'd all work out there for a month, 4 to 6 weeks, however long until spring training, and they would feed you. You'd have like trainers. You'd have like morning workouts, afternoon workouts. You'd have a cage. You'd have all these big league guys there, like throwing and doing everything together. And it was awesome because like we were 20 minutes outside of Tampa, and they had a steakhouse that every weekend we get vouchers. It was this time of year, so it was in January. So you had the playoff football. It was just, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And Jeter was with our agency at the time, and Jeter had just come off. Remember when Derek Jeter had broke his ankle? Lloyd, I'm talking to you.
Oh yes, I do.
So he was
I don't.
he was rehabbing, and this resort was a golf and tennis resort. So Jeter was doing his rehab as doing tennis drills. So he was going side to side,
Yeah.
going like whatever. And so I'm in the training room, getting ready for our morning workout, and it's getting like my pre-workout drink that they were making us. It was me. It was just really it was me and a trainer, and this is it. And then Jeets comes in, and I'm like, okay, I'm 22.
Were you like starstruck?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, don't act like an idiot. act like you don't even care that he's in here. Just normal person, talking to myself. So like I'm getting it. He comes and sits down right next to me. So it's me on the training table and Derek Jeter and our trainer. He's waiting for him to make him a shake. He just starts talking to me like we're friends. Like,
oh yes.
Like
awesome.
normal.
No introduction.
Like hey, like no, like
Oh,
hey, what's
would
going
you,
on,
right?
man? Like hey, I'm Mikey. He was like hey, I'm Derek. Oh yeah, he said I'm Derek. You know, like
Yeah.
obviously, like but, so we're going back and forth, and he is, like, telling me, because it was towards the end of his career, he's like kind of reminiscing. He's like, yeah, I wish I could, you know, 20 years ago. I can't believe it's 17 years ago. You're 20. Like it's crazy how, you know, I feel like I'm your age and I'm not. I'm almost 40. All these different things, and I'm like, this guy doesn't know me. He's never met me. Like he could easily just say
Nothing.
Yeah.
like a couple short answered words and then get his shit and leave.
Mm-hmm.
He sat there and talked to me for 15 minutes, and I'm like,
Awesome.
damn.
Did you get his autograph or anything?
Nope.
You didn't. You didn't want to ask. I wouldn't
Didn't wanna
either.
ask.
I would.
And then he
feel
invites. So
bad
every
asking.
year he has a party at the Hard Rock. He invited us. He invites us all to the party.
Aw.
That was sick.
How did you get on the list?
Did you go?
The whole
Yeah.
we went. Of course we went.
Fun.
No phones. Took your
That
phone
was-
for that party too.
No. So we were in like the center area. It was at the Hard Rock Casino. So like it wasn't like at a personal, you know, and it was awesome.
Oh, I bet.
I don't remember much,
How
but it was
cool.
I know I had a good
It
time.
was fun. I
Were
knew I
these
had a
men?
good time. I don't. No, not at that time. It was just pure alcohol.
Boozing, baby.
Pure alcohol. Needless to say, my workout the next morning was not good.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we were talking about.
Me and Jared Mitchell. Actually, Jay Mitchell's my roommate, so he was a CAA too. So we were. The way it would work would be you had a suite, but it was like a common area, and you had a 2-bedroom like room, or 2 beds in a room, and then common area and another same thing. And so you'd have a suite mate, and it was me and him, and then my suite mate was Todd Frazier, who was the best human being in the world.
Yeah. Wait. Who is that?
He
One
played in the
more
big
time.
leagues for a while.
Okay.
He was played for the Reds.
Okay.
He played for a few other teams, but he is the best. Like
Yeah.
Mets.
New Jersey Mets. He's from New Jersey, very animated and funny, and he's a hustler. And then the other guy was Ryan Flaherty. Went to Vanderbilt. So it was we had a
Good room.
That's
great
fun.
room. A lot of gambling went on in that room.
Oh, I bet.
I got hustled for in a game of horse because I'm a good basketball player, and I'm like, oh, I can beat this guy in basketball. It's like I'm making a couple shots. He makes a couple shots. It's like, hey, let's play for some money. Let's go $100 a game. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm watching him play. I'm like, I got it. I'll make a shot. I'll make a couple shots. He makes just enough, right? Gets the ball. He goes off one leg, off the backboard, heads in, makes it. So now I got to do all these shots, and he just hustles the
His
shit
trick
out of me.
shot
He took
you
like
to death.
$300 from me.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was like, this asshole right here.
That's
But,
so good.
but yeah, Jeter was special.
Cheater.
Special. Yeah.
Let's
cool.
reset and see if
Yes,
we're going
please.
to talk to Ben Baby.
Please. Look at you. Take
get a number?
take over. Help me out.
I texted Jordy to see if that's still going to happen. So let's play a couple of ads,
Yes. So here,
And-
stop hearing me talk.
and we'll figure that out, and then come back.
do
Maybe
it.
with Ben Baby, maybe just with us.
Maybe with a
That's
baby.
it.
Maybe with a baby.
Peace.
Papa Earl's, the fine spice, originating right down here in South Louisiana by our guy Mark Pop Norman. Developed it back in 2018 and won Amazon's Newcomer of the Year in 2019. They pride themselves in having 30% less salt and sodium than the leading brands at the same price point. You can find them locally. Look for Papa Earl's at Rouse's, Calandro's, Mathern's, High Neighbor, and more. True Blue Water, true hydration at its finest. Right now, you're only a few minutes away from getting your 5-gallon water delivered to you, just like we are over here at the UDL. All you got to do is log on to truebluewater.com. That's TRU, bluewater.com. The website's fantastic over at truebluewater.com. You can get your service and find out how quick it is. You can schedule a delivery, even hop on the billing system right there at truebluewater.com. TRU, BlueWater.com. Go Chevrolet is proud to announce Go Express Auto Sales, the new used car lot located in the capital city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Go Express Auto Sales is online at goexpressautosales.com, or you can search them on Facebook and social media at Go Express Auto Sales, the newest addition to the family of Go Chevrolet. Remember, Go Chevrolet is located down in Laplace, Louisiana, but now welcoming aboard Go Express, the new used car lot located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 11522 Florida Boulevard. Gearing up for spring and summer down here in South Louisiana, and you want to keep your lawn maintained during these sunny seasons, get in touch with our friend Blake Abear over at Abear's Lawn Maintenance, where he says, you grow it, I mow it. 225-485-8022. 225-485-8022 is where you can find Abear's Lawn and Maintenance, the official lawn and maintenance company of the undisclosed location. Abear's Specialty Meats, home to the finest boudin in South Louisiana. 2 spots right here in Baton Rouge and out in Prairieville. Stop in and see them in the Dutchtown Shopping Center on Highway 73, or right here in Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway. Online, abearsmarkets.com, and they're all over social media. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on Instagram. Abears combines perfect seasoning with that authentic Cajun flavor. Find out for yourself. Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway and in Prairieville on Highway 73. abearsmarkets.com.
Welcome back in.
That
Welcome back
sounds
in,
like
folks.
it.
That sounds just like him.
It really does.
Sounds
boy.
just like
The
him. Little
movie made
Harry,
of cheese. What
little
you
Harry
eat,
Carey, little Harry
Not
Carey
a lot
piece.
of it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, welcome. Are we back?
We're back.
Welcome back. Harry Carey just gave you a little intro back into this thing. Reason why we're talking about Harry Carey is, fun fact in the break, is Katie
Is a singer.
is a singer apparently and sang the national anthem at Wrigley Field.
I did. I'm trying to remember the year, and I'm trying to find the roster of who was there. I think it was 1991. I mean, I was young, and this was I think I was in like 5th grade. It was with a choir.
Oh, I thought you were like an adult.
No, indeed. Are you serious?
I don't know.
Yeah, last
didn't
year I was
know.
up there at Wrigley
Were you
Field.
were you the kid in the choir that like you wanted to be in the front center, stand out, or were you the person in the back that like
No, I was.
You just
I
wanted
would
to,
stand
like, your
out.
voice to
Mark
just-
Grace. Mark
Mark
Grace.
Grace, the
Oh,
first
old
base?
timer.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
like
I
my
was
favorite player.
starstruck because I liked him. Like,
Wow.
This is another weird fact. I wore a Kirby Puckett jersey.
Love Kirby Puckett.
Like, almost every day of my
R.I.P.
8th grade year, which was so weird. I don't know why I did that.
So you've always been a
So,
baseball fan?
I mean, kind of. Like, that seems kind of weird. Like, it was
But
just...
where Kirby Puckett? Where'd you get that?
I don't remember.
He's from Minnesota. He was in
I
Minnesota.
watched him all the time. I know. I was just saying that was another weird thing. I watched him all the time. Mark Grace, though, was another one that I was starstruck by.
Wow.
So when we were like on the field, like getting ready, and they're warming up around us. I mean, we're just standing there like, oh my god! Like, it was the coolest.
I will say this: the
experience.
warm ups, like the baseball warm ups before the game,
Yeah.
pregame for baseball, I think is the coolest pregame for fans because
Yeah.
you can actually interact.
We did. We talked
Yeah.
to them.
You
Like,
can
they
interact.
were around us. I mean, it was very hard to concentrate on singing the national anthem with
You
that
can
going
interact.
on.
You can interact with the players for sure.
Yeah.
Did you have like a singing voice? Was this something that you should have been doing,
I
or is it
mean,
like your mom
I'm
was
not
get
terrible.
Katie something
like,
to do?
No, I mean.
Could
it
you
was-
sing for us right now?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Do you sing in the car?
Yeah.
Tell you who can't
I
sing?
do. Or like
This
the
guy.
shower.
Oh, terrible.
I
singer.
can't hold a tune to
can't,
save
yeah.
my life.
Not even
Yeah.
close either.
Not even
Really?
close. Not
Won't even
close.
attempt. I don't even don't sing.
Not even
So
close.
if we went to like a karaoke bar, y'all would panic.
Oh, I mean, I
let's
could.
do a
I
rap
would
song.
sing. I would sing, but I just.
A rap song.
So okay, so that's the initiation for baseball.
To sing.
Part of it is like I say initiation. There's no
Why?
hazing. No hazing. No
You're like,
hazing.
hold on.
This is just for camaraderie building. Yeah. So like you get a. They usually take you up if you're a rookie. You get called up on the mic on the bus, either going to the hotel from the road trip.
How
And
embarrassing.
They call you up and they give you the mic, and they start asking you a bunch of questions that are stupid but fun, and then you got to sing a song.
What did you pick?
So
I mean, you just
Well,
should
so
have known
I-
that was coming.
yeah, so we had to do it in spring training, which is kind of weird. It was like a karaoke competition, right? Like it was like a
Did they have like
team camaraderie.
music behind you, or is this a cappella?
So on the bus, it's a cappella.
No, you gotta have something. That's brutal.
In the locker room that year, it was you had like the whole thing. You could read the lyrics, and I was gonna be funny and do like a Taylor Swift song. The guy before me, who is a team jokester, he was a rookie. He came out with, he cut a shirt to a crop top, and he cut like frayed like edges, and he had long hair. So he put his hair into a ponytail, and he sang a Taylor Swift song as a female, like with a high pitched voice.
wow.
No, ruined
And
your
so
plan.
everybody
Okay.
laughed, and then they called me up next. I'm like, I panicked. And I was like, and I picked some country song that was the hardest country song to sing, and I literally just said the lyrics, and I got made fun of because they called me a poet because I was reading the lyrics, right?
Spoken word.
Yeah. So then I was on the bus. I sang Bartender Really Did It This Time. Yeah. That was the only song I could memorize from like start to finish without the beat. So I was like, oh, that's what I did. You know,
That's
and so
amazing.
it worked
Great pick.
out. Yeah, it was worked out, and people like, you know, usually you get booed, but if you're really good, I got one of my best friends on the team was a rookie at the same time, and he crushed. He did like the whole grunge rock thing, and he
Yeah.
like and he crushed it.
You're about
And
to say
people-
he deep throated it. weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the motion. and
Yeah,
all
I
this
had to pull that one back.
What is
I
that?
like. I look at Lloyd every time
Yeah.
anything. I'm like,
What does that mean? What are y'all talking about?
You really get it deep down the throat. Is what that means.
You fool.
But he crushed it, and then they would start singing with him, and they gave him like they would start.
that's what you
But
want.
that's a tricky situation because if it's a boring bus ride, he would always get called up.
Oh yeah.
oh.
So he had to continue because he was entertaining.
Yeah.
It's
Me,
like,
I never
You
got
have
called back
to.
up because nobody wants to listen to me, which was great. I would just sit in my back, and I would just.
It's like Andy in The Office when Will Ferrell's the boss. He's like, do something funny, funny guy.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not the
Yes.
funny guy in The Office, and he has to keep hurting himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, like, you don't want to
Same
be
thing. You don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
pigeonholed into that
Yep,
role.
No doubt. No doubt.
What's
Ryan Sandberg was the other guy
Ooh,
there. That I
he's
was,
great.
like,
I heard he was an
fangirling
asshole, though.
over.
He's an
I
asshole.
don't
I don't know
know
anything
him
about him.
personally, but
This is not me. I don't know
I think
personal
I have
experience.
autographs from these guys. I need to go like.
You definitely
find
want
that
Mark Grace,
stuff.
all-time baseball
I'm pretty
guy.
sure I got
Big old
Mark
dip in.
Grace's. Yeah. I have Jeff
Lefty.
Brantley's too. Is that anything? Y'all remember Jeff Brantley?
Yeah, he was good.
Played for the Giants.
Yep, he was
Yeah.
good. Chicago, the Wrigley Field is one of my favorite places I've ever played.
It is so cool.
Yeah,
So
I was playing. This was in 2018. I had 3 hits in a game. Right, I was hitting. I may have been leading off hitting 2-hole. It was,
Move me around.
and so I had a few hits, and it was a lefty on the mound, Quintana, right, and he has a pretty good move. But our first base coach was Omar Vizquel. And Omar was telling me, and Omar's very savvy when it comes to baseball. He sees little things that some people may not be able to see. And so he tells me, this is in Wrigley Field, day game, packed, sold out. I had just gotten another hit, and I'm feeling real good about myself. Like, oh yeah, here we go. You know, I'm doing well. I get on first, and he's telling me, he's like, hey, every time Quintana comes over, you could see his toe come up, right? Like you could see his toe, and you know that's how he's coming over. If he lifts his foot up and his toe stays on the ground, he's coming.
Did you get some new kicks?
He's
by
throwing.
the way? I'm looking
Oh, I've been
at-
having these. I've been having these. These are the ones Ali got.
I've seen
Yeah.
those. Okay.
Um,
Sorry, I had to.
If his toe stays on the ground, he goes home. He goes, so just pay attention to the toe.
Back toe or right? Like which toe?
It's like the back, the front toe.
Okay.
No, the back toe. The back toe.
Yeah, yeah,
back toe,
okay,
back
okay,
toe, back
okay.
toe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so I'm like, all right. Well, when you focus on something that small, you get locked up. Like you have to see it, and I hadn't seen it. I didn't know. So I'm taking my lead, and I'm like looking
Just at the
for
toe.
the toe. And he picks over, and I don't move. And I'm like, oh, shit. And so I get in this rundown, like, crowd's going crazy. I get out. I go back in there, and Ron Gardenhire's our manager. He goes, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, honestly,
Bar.
I was told to look at his toe. I can't fucking see his toe. He goes, yeah, don't fucking do that anymore. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. I know, it was my bad. Yeah, it was a bad move, but, like, that was my... And then I almost threw a ball in the... I had 3 hits, but I had a couple plays where, like, I almost threw a ball in the dugout. Slipped on my hand.
Oh my god!
It was not
They
good.
got the long grass there, dude. It's wet.
It was not good. Yeah, I was trying to throw Baez out at third. Didn't work out.
Baez can make you do that.
Yeah,
dude.
I went to.
He made
fell out
somebody.
my hand. Just whatever.
He made somebody get their rundown with dude first and home. Baez can
That is
get
unbelievable.
anybody.
That he is very good. He is very savvy.
So we're not talking to Ben Baby today.
I guess we're not talking Ben
he,
Baby.
He also has something come up. Ben did. So.
Oh, so he wasn't coming anyway.
He was, but he texted Jordy actually and was like, "I'm not gonna be able
What's
to do
going
it."
on?
Oh, perfect.
Everybody's
Okay.
sick.
Great. We get left out on the dry.
That's fine.
It's okay.
We really did.
Thank y'all for staying in. I don't even know who's in the chat anymore. I have to close my laptop.
That's
Hopefully-
where all the
Where's
info
your
is.
laptop?
Hopefully, no,
Left
so-
it.
that was his. This is my. Wait, is that mine over there?
That's yours.
No, I think this is mine.
Okay.
I think I moved Jordy's over there.
Wait, what was your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to
Is it
karaoke song.
do you do it, or are you too good of a singer to where
No,
you
I'm
don't?
not too good of a singer.
Well, some
I don't
people-
know. I'm trying to think. Like,
Can you dance?
I mean, I danced some growing up. So.
Okay. I didn't know if like some girls love to go out, like when they go, they dance, like they
Yeah,
get
I like
after.
to go
Okay.
dance. Yeah.
Some people
Totally.
don't.
You
I
dance
don't
at weddings.
dance.
Yes.
I don't dance.
Yes.
It takes a
indeed.
certain.
I can dance
To get me
sometimes.
out
I
there.
can't. Okay,
Yeah.
I say can. I'm not
I
a.
will.
I'm not a great. I will dance if I have enough liquid courage in my
Yeah.
system and I
Yeah.
feel the vibe. If I'm not, if you force me to do it, I choke and lock
Oh,
up.
I'll
and
do
I
it
can't
without
do anything.
I'll do it
Provocation.
without alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife
Midnight
too.
Star, no parking on the dance floor. Get me out there every time.
Every
Look
time.
at you.
David,
I had
are
like
you
a
listening?
dance with one of my friends,
Look
a
at
guy I
you.
went to state with, like for that
Oh,
song.
The
Like, we'd
friend,
go
the
out there and
friends,
do it.
the Friends episode where Monica and Ross have to go do the Dick Clark, the Rockin' New Year's Eve with Dick Clark, and they have a choreographed dance so they can get on TV. That's you and your friend.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
just do this.
I
choreographed
was more
dance.
concerned this man was in the friend zone and had no idea. He's making up dances.
Or
with
was
Katie.
he?
No, he didn't. I mean, he was like
Oh,
a
he got
friend
in
to
there?
everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, so kind of. I guess kind of. He was a friend zone
Yeah, but
guy,
did he know he was in the friend zone?
Yeah.
Did he ever try to get out of the friend
No.
zone? Okay.
No.
Tough look.
Tough look.
I got this dance with this girl.
Tough tickets. Hey, who you going to dance? Oh, my friend Katie.
Yeah.
Oh, your friend? Yeah, we're just friends.
You're my best friend, dude.
Yeah.
I've
love
always had guy friends, like
Yeah.
close guy friends. Like always hung out with guys. Like
Oh, you had
even
a
in
brother?
High school. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's
even
why-
in high
that's what
school,
happened.
like out one night of my weekend would be with a bunch of guys that were just friends. Like we would play soccer and stuff like in the
Right,
mud. I mean, it would
right.
be what, Lloyd? What?
Nothing.
Lloyd's got some thoughts on
It
this.
wasn't
on this
like
thing.
that.
You can say thought, yeah.
Which is why, like, and I have like been that way my whole life. But then as I got older, then I realized like it's super hard to have that, like with some guys.
Yeah, because other girls are going to be like, what are you doing? What do you can't do that?
That.
Yeah, it's territorial.
That and like guys sometimes are like think it's more than that and ruin.
They all
Yeah, 'cause
think
we're
it's
dumb.
more than that.
Because we're dumb.
Well, they
you
all-
give us attention and we think that you want
Yeah.
more.
But then it just ruins like the friendship. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, it does.
Yeah, but what if you did want more
and he never tried.
He didn't try. Like, he didn't know. How does he approach that question? Look, we're giving you some life advice, people.
Right
Listen,
now.
listen up. Listen up.
I know. I don't know.
You don't see what I mean? Like-
no, you would never know then.
My point is like, what if like deep down I had a crush on somebody
Yeah.
growing up,
Yeah.
but we've always been friends,
Yeah.
right? And you don't ever want to break that. You don't want to cross that line because you don't know what they feel, but they have a crush on you and they don't want to break that. So how do you approach that?
But it usually comes out, I feel like, at some point in
Booze.
life, right? Yes, usually that way. Look, I made out with a guy that I went to high school with. Like, nothing, we were always friends, nothing between us. I think it was after college even, and we were at a bar in Hattiesburg on the dance floor. This
Nice.
is embarrassing.
This is like
happens.
Thanksgiving.
I know it was like that. I shouldn't even like tell this kind of story. God. And like we just started making out. I don't know, and our friends are around, and this was like almost like a reunion. And our friends are like,
What is going on?
"What?" And then we like broke apart and like looked at each other and just died out laughing.
what
We
are
were
we
like,
doing?
"No, like how? I mean, how have we made it this many years without this ever happening, and it happens now?" And then we
Wow.
just like laughed about it, never touched each other again.
That's good for it's
I
a
thought it was
lifelong dream
great.
for both of y'all. Good
I
for
know.
y'all.
I thought it was great.
for y'all.
Like, why not? Just see what happens.
I bet you had some crazy.
No vibe.
Weird...
I guess never mind.
Yeah, it was like a
Back to
brother.
friends,
It was
yeah.
like a brother. It was like, oh, that's weird. That's never gonna happen.
When you were in high school, though, did you always like? Did you all like the other schools always had the more
Yes.
attractive people, whether
Yeah.
it's true or not? You
Yeah.
always just never. around
Or
them?
like when new girl comes to school, you're just like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
that's why everybody hates like the new, because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, look, they're all want to talk. They don't even have to be that
But then
attractive.
you
Yeah.
I've never been the new guy at a school, but like that new
Me
guy
either.
comes in, you're like, damn, I want to be that guy sometimes.
I
Like, I
was
want
the
to
new
show
girl
up.
in
Are
8th
you?
grade, and that was hard. Like
Yeah, that's
moving
tough
in 8th
time.
grade.
Oh, I guess girls would be way harder than the
that
guys.
was hard.
Yeah,
but the
for sure.
boys were. I mean, they did. They all paid attention, but they like picked on me, and it was so like
Yeah.
that's
That's
like,
their flirting,
They
way of
called me
flirting.
like
Hey,
beef
Arnold.
Mexi melt and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like they
you
thought
can't
I was
say
Hispanic.
that now.
No, you can't say that. now.
Wow, that's not very nice.
No, but I mean,
Wow.
they were joking, and like they would call me and play like songs in the phone. This one guy called me.
Wow.
Remember
Kiss Me
that
Through the
Sammy
Phone?
Kershaw song? She don't know she's beautiful.
Yes, no way.
This guy used to call and just
Oh my
play
god, that was the mixtape.
Yeah.
That. It was like,
That was the mixtape.
He's a step away from.
I don't know how
it
to.
was like
I don't know how to talk to somebody, but here's this song. He knows how to
Exactly.
talk
Just
to you.
Play it through the phone.
Yeah.
I would just sit there and be like,
Listen.
"Oh, that's so nice."
What's that? Is
like,
it Trey
what do you
Songz?
say?
What's that Trey Songz song through the phone? or
Kiss Me
something?
Through the
Oh,
Phone.
Kiss me through the
Yeah.
phone.
Like that.
Trying to kiss you through the phone.
It's like that.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Oh my
The
god.
things you
Our-
had to do before.
Alexandria
you had
probably
cell
had some weird. You had some like not weird. Weird's the wrong
Definitely
word, but,
weird.
Like, Alexandria probably had some fun. Like everybody knew everybody, and
It's like a small, because Lafayette is big. Like you can know, there's bigger
Yeah, but
schools.
back
They've
when I
only
was
got
there, it was
3
still-
schools in Alexandria, man,
Yeah.
and we all know each other. So every time you go to Alexandria, there is 0% chance you won't see somebody you know.
Oh, and
Like-
if you got invited to another school's like homecoming
Yes.
from another person, like you feel good about yourself. Like
Absolutely.
that's special. So my buddy, one of my best friends, Taylor Dugas, he played baseball at Alabama.
Yeah.
He went to Turlings.
Northwestern State guy.
Northwestern State, yeah. He went to Turlings. I was a freshman at St. Thomas More, and I got asked to go to homecoming to the Turlings homecoming. And I had friends that went there, so I was like, oh, this is great. You know, like, yeah, I got invited to go to another school's homecoming. Like, you just feel like you put yourself up there, like, yeah, I'm cool. I get 2 schools. No, I don't get just 1, I get 2.
Yeah, I mean Alexandria obviously easier. I've hit all 3 before, so that was good. Menard had to go,
Yeah.
Pineville and Ash. So I was in that. You want to be in that bubble. You
wanna
want to be
in the
like,
scene.
Yes.
I know everybody
You
here.
want to be in
Hell
the
yeah.
scene. You want to be in the scene for
My
sure.
friend on here just reminded me that Sublime. I did do
Sublime?
karaoke Sublime songs recently at her birthday party. That was a '90s theme party.
Where was that at?
My house. We set up a karaoke.
Oh, I think I
thing.
remember that. You
You probably saw it on Instagram.
you put like it was like recent like.
No, that was
Wasn't the
a
Britney
Spears
party.
No, this was
Oh.
a '90s party.
I mean, Cat's Meow is
we
the
did
karaoke
karaoke.
bar.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I'm
is.
sure everybody's done a Cat's Meow. You can buy the CD or you
Yeah.
buy the video of it.
yeah.
In New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never gotten up there.
That's a
I've never
late
done
night.
haven't?
That's a
Yeah.
late night.
You
That's a
should.
late night.
We should go. We should have.
I mean,
we
I-
need
we
to
should have a
team
bonding.
meeting.
Yes.
Team meeting at
At
Cat's
the
Meow.
Cat's
Team
Meow.
meeting at the Cat's Meow. Go to Pat O's maybe.
Yes.
Get a little
Need
piano
to
bar.
go- Oh, love the piano
Yes.
bar. Like that is.
Same.
I don't like bourbon, but I'll go on Bourbon Street. I like bourbon. I don't like Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
If I'm on Bourbon Street, I want to go to Pat O's and go to the piano bar. I
Yeah,
think to me that's
same.
the coolest spot.
They
out
have the
there.
hurricane, huh? And if their drink,
Oh God, yeah. They have
the
the
slurricane.
Jeez.
Too sugary, delicious.
I don't
but
like
too
I don't
So
like
much.
sugar
sugary.
Yeah.
drinks. I
Yeah.
don't like much sugar.
You will
myself.
vomit red the next day.
Didn't you do that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Had
We
too
went there
many.
for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Saints won the Super Bowl. We were there as sophomores in college. We go. My buddy's there. We had the jesters drinks on
Yeah.
the street. They're green.
The hand
Well,
grenades.
he had not the hand grenades. They're the hand grenades and the jesters. And he had drank the jester, which is kind of like a daiquiri or like a whatever. Very sugary, very alcoholic, obviously. When we go back and he's hammered and he throws up green all over his phone and breaks his phone
Oh my
with his own
God.
vomit.
Oh.
And I'm like, boy, that's a good night. That
That's a
stinks.
great
But
night.
Now he's a riverboat pilot.
Pilot.
Or riverboat captain.
I was
pilot.
like, wait, what's
Riverboat
a riverboat
captain.
pilot?
He's still drunk.
Now he's a
Still
riverboat
confused.
captain making bank and loving it.
I like to hit up Patty's. I still like to hit up Lafitte's.
Never been there.
Lafitte's with the purple drink. The
Purple
bar
drink?
yeah.
The
that's-
dungeon.
Civil and
Oh,
Lane.
and the dungeon. I
The dungeon
freaking
has-
love hitting up
has
the
a
dungeon.
little special drink in there.
I'll go to hit up those 3 places. The panty dropper at the dungeon.
I've never had that.
It's a good drink.
I like the flaming Dr Pepper at
Oh, jeez.
at
Where do they do those?
at Goldmine.
Oh God, they do flaming Dr. Pepper.
That's their drink. They created that.
Oh yeah, we went there after a
They
wedding.
created that, so they have it. Do you know what a flaming Dr.
Yes,
Pepper is?
I have had a bad.
But they
a bad
created that, and
situation
like
with
you'll do
flaming
it,
Dr. Pepper.
and you just and it's all on fire, and you just take it down.
Gold mine.
I've seen people miss, and like
Little fire.
catch something on fire on their beard or something.
The gold mine might have the dirtiest floor of all
Yes.
time. We went there
Not
after.
might. It does.
Yes, definitely ruined.
There's-
Yeah.
Ruined a pair of shoes after a wedding.
Ugh.
That was where we had like, of course, you have like the reception, then you have the group of people like, all right, we're still going.
Yeah.
And so we walked over to the gold mine, and then the next day I was like, well, these shoes I just got are now toast. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't see anything in there to tell,
Right.
and you're like you're kind of slipping and sliding around. And it's like can't be good. It's not a good situation
Yes.
down there.
That's
and then
where
you
you can
walk
dance.
out and you're just you don't
mean,
have a choice.
All night.
What?
Dancing.
At the
I'm
gold
talking
mine.
so quiet.
I
All
don't know.
night.
I was like, wait, what's going on?
dancing at the gold
Yeah, the
mine.
gold. But you walk out of there late. It gets a little sketchy.
Sketchy.
Yeah, it's
It's a little
sketchy.
sketch
Well,
out
where
there.
isn't sketchy in New Orleans late?
That's a very
I'll
good
be there
point.
this weekend, so this
That's
is kind
a
of making
very-
me excited.
that's a very, very
You
good
know, we
point.
hit up like everything.
Oh, yeah,
we
y'all do
can.
all the
We
spots.
do
I like
every
the
time.
I like Hotel Montleone. I like the Carousel Bar.
Yeah,
there.
we were there on Christmas Day.
That's cool. My sisters like run that scene now because they sell. They're reps for a distributor,
Okay.
and so they know all the restaurants and
Yeah.
like one part of my sister's bachelorette party. They had a dinner at I'm gonna forget the name. It's like one of the,
Galatoire's.
no. It's like an Italian restaurant.
Giannis.
No, it doesn't even sound Italian.
Thomas.
Anyway, no, that is a
We're
good
just
spot.
keeping names.
I'm gonna think of it. Irene's.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
they and they know know everybody,
Yeah.
right? So Irene's, they have their dinner, and they shut Irene's down. They have the whole party after,
Oh, how
and like they
cool.
party with the. So it's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. When
I
I
love it.
go there, I'm like, I'm gonna hang out with y'all, and then we'll go do whatever or whatever. But I need to go to the restaurants with y'all.
We're going to Jack Rose one of the nights. It's two friends' birthdays. And have y'all even eaten there at Jack Rose? It's
I
in the
know
Hotel
about it. It's
Ponce
is that the
thing.
one with like the Lil Wayne picture
they
and
have a
like
Lil Wayne
they
picture
have
in the
the drag brunch? Is
They
that
do have
is
a
that where the drag brunch is?
Yeah. But they have this drink there, and I saw it over the Christmas holidays, but didn't get it because it was just David and I. But one comes in like a disco ball. One
Whoa.
drink.
Punch bowls.
Yeah.
It's like the
Novelty drink.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like, I guess it's kind
The
of like
fishbowl.
jungle juice or whatever y'all call it here. I don't know. We called it whoop juice growing up. But
Jungle
I think
juice.
y'all call it
Ooh.
jungle juice.
Whoop
here,
juice.
Right? Get your whoop,
Whoop
eat that whoop
juice.
juice.
That's definitely a Mississippi thing.
Yeah,
Whoop.
whoop juice.
A
Okay, so I
whoop.
got drunk off of whoop juice. But they have it like a disco ball. And I'm
Remember, girl,
watching,
I'm all fired up with whoop juice.
so I'm watching these other tables of groups have it, like so jealous. Like you just ladle it out and they're having
Yeah.
a blast. And they also have one that comes in a swan. It's like a fancier
Oh.
group
my God.
drink.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
totally doing
Have you
that.
seen the places that do the spigots?
No.
Where you don't even get a. This is pre-COVID, obviously. This might be the cause of it, but it's like a tea kettle almost, but it's for like the table. You don't touch the tip of it, and you pour it in your mouth, and you just pour it around.
Don't touch the tip.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
just
just
the
don't
tip.
touch the tip. You waterfall it. And that's
Wait,
like that's
what
what
do
they
you
want
mean?
you to
so
do.
it's like a kettle that you just
Yeah, it's
pour
got
in
like a
your
long
mouth.
spigot on it, and you just
What's in it?
gin.
Just gin?
Ugh.
It's just a gin drink.
Okay.
Hate gin.
I hate gin
Hate
too.
gin.
Well, it depends on which one you get. I don't know what sponsorship.
Had
Hendrix.
a bad experience with gin.
What is your liquor? Is it gin? There's always one that people are like, I can't drink this anymore because I
Yeah,
had a
it's
bad
gin.
night.
Yeah, gin for
Steven
me too.
really messed that one up for me.
Who
We
did?
What
just-
happened?
Steven really. We're just at bogeys after one night. We're in college and
That'll do it.
it was we
See,
got
you don't want
hammered.
Wells gin. That's
We
a
got
tough Wells
hammered, and
drink.
so he had gin, the 2 bottles of gin in his hand, and
I'm
he
drinking
just
it.
starts pouring it. And I'm like, I don't ever want to do that again, ever.
Tastes like a Christmas tree.
Gin doesn't taste like a Christmas tree.
No, it does.
Rumplemints taste like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I guess. Have you ever
I like
had?
Rumplemints.
Wait, you might have done this. Okay, Nighttown in Lafayette. Have you ever had the liquid cocaine there? Did you? It's
Nighttown is the name of the bar.
at
It
Lafayette.
used to be. It was like a
That's
club.
amazing.
It was a
It was
club.
like a
Yeah,
club.
it does sound
They
like
would.
a club.
You just like they just gave you Molly when you walked in the door there. They were just like, here, you're gonna want this. It was a dance party. Like it was. Talk about.
You're raving.
Yeah, you come out there sweaty. Like even if you didn't dance or not, it's just so many people packed in on drugs into this one spot, and then they would have the liquid cocaine, which is Goldschlager and Jägermeister mixed together, and here you go, take your shot. And I've seen so many
way.
people go, "Huh, huh," like right back out, no prayer to get that thing down, but it got the day started, like got the party started.
I bet you people coming this morning, people did not think they were gonna be hearing us talk about our drinking stories.
So
I didn't think I'd be in this chair either. I also didn't think that we'd not have all of our guests to
I
show
know,
up.
we
So
had so
we had everything planned out for, okay, these are the guests. This was going to happen. I wasn't expecting to do this, and then all of a sudden, boom, it gets changed. And this is the definition of pinch hitting right here.
It is. I
This
know.
is it. Like, you get a pitching change. Oh boy, hey, you go in there. You're hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ocho.
I've been trying to make
get
that
on deck.
work now
Tookie.
for weeks. And
Yeah,
it
get on
happened
Tookie. Get on
today.
deck.
I don't even have my, like, if you don't have any of your shit either, that can happen. Like, I don't have my shoes on. Like, I got to go put my spikes on. I got to go
Oh no, you
batting
always have your
gloves.
spikes on.
Okay.
You always know, like, okay, there's a chance that I'm going to play, right? So you always have your spikes on. You always know where your batting gloves and your helmet and your bats are, right? Whether they're in the rack or underneath a tunnel where the cage is, that's where you know. So, like, normally as a bench roll guy, you know, okay, they have around the 5th inning, you start going underneath the tunnel, you start getting loose, right? So the 5th inning is more of like a...
Because you start seeing people warm up.
Yeah, and you just know 5th inning is like, okay, that's usually the time that they're going to start trying to bring, especially now when they don't let pitchers face the lineups more than 3 times. So, like, you go down there and you start getting loose in the 5th. Then the 6th inning, you start ramping it up, and you tell the assistant hitting coach, hey, I need some batting practice. I need you to go down there, throw with me, hit with me, do whatever. And then around that, you're just staying loose, and you know from that point on that you're hot. It could happen in 2 seconds. It could happen, but there's always these incidents where, like, nothing happens and you're good, and the game's not as out of hand, and you're not, like, the situation is not there, but it happens quick. Like, maybe, hey, this pitcher gets in a bind, walks a couple guys, gives up an infield single, then a grand slam, and holy shit, it's time to go. And then the next inning, guy gets hot in the bullpen. He comes in, hey, Matek, you're leading off. Oh shit! I'm not ready, but I gotta get ready.
I was ready.
You know what I mean?
I was ready.
I was ready 3
ago.
innings ago, but we were winning by 7. Like, I was fine. And now we're down 3. We're up 3, and I gotta get ready.
Yeah, that's what happened to us one time. That's why I mentioned the shoes. We all switched to turfs, like pounding some team, whatever. All the starters get pulled. So it's the best time ever, actually, when you're on a baseball team. If game feels like it's in hand, like, had a good day, 4 innings in, you're like, you get to get pulled, and you're just chilling all the starters on the bench, get to be like the bench mob. So you cheer on everybody. You want it to be a good time. They start, like, with the guys that we put in, start kicking balls around.
Yep.
Game starts getting close. We're all in turfs, like, hat on backwards in the dugout. And coach comes like,
Yep.
what the fuck are y'all doing? We're like, oh boy.
Yep.
And, like, we
Yep.
got to go. So we're, like, scrambling to find our cleats, like our gloves. We were like, thought we were done. And so he had to put all of us back in the game.
Oh,
we were
I
like,
bet he
this
was
is
so
so
mad at y'all.
embarrassing. Not for y'all. What did y'all do? Like, get this
Exactly.
shit straight. I don't want to come back
Yep.
in. Cold.
It'll come back. It'll bite. You can't go back in.
Yeah. Well, in high school, you can switch one more, right? Don't you
Really?
get to come back in?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know how that.
But
how that works.
he shoved us back out there.
That's awesome.
I don't know.
He broke the rules
Broke
for
the
that,
rules.
to make
but
a
it was
point.
it was 909 switch, just
Yeah.
everybody out.
Boy,
Y'all, we've made it to 9
we got it to 9. I was looking. I was
We
like,
did
man.
it. We appreciate all 320 of y'all.
Well, I'm
for
surprised
hanging out with
320
us.
stayed in there. I
know.
I know this wasn't what y'all expected. This wasn't what we expected. Look, tomorrow, I promise, whether Jordy is back or not, we will have a really,
more
really good
prepared.
show. We'll be prepared.
I
We
thought
just didn't
this
know.
was a good show.
It was a great
It
show.
was super fun.
It was a great show, but
Yeah.
we're gonna give you a little bit more.
More
We're gonna
sports?
give you more sports.
Yeah.
The sports show is gonna be talking about sports tomorrow. I can promise you that.
The fact that I'm
You
the
know?
one bringing y'all back to
Yeah.
sports during this really
Yeah.
says something.
This is my
right?
favorite version of the show.
I agree. And like, there's gonna be. I'm selfishly, I don't want to give away too much of the stuff that I want to talk about on
Oh,
Monday.
mic'd up. Yeah,
Mic'd up
yeah,
starting
you're right.
on Monday.
Keep
This
some bullets
is-
save it for the show.
I'll save it for the show. Like I have,
We
I
say
have,
that all the time.
I have, Gosman's gonna come in, which I'm super pumped about, right? Like Kev's one of my homies, and he doesn't talk much, and he signed a life-changing deal, and he deserves it, and he hasn't had the opportunity to go out there and like talk about what it was like to sign it, how the process was to get to that point, because it wasn't all roses and rainbows for him. He was a high draft pick. He got to the big leagues really quick, up and down with Baltimore. He signs with Atlanta, and Atlanta actually takes him, designates him, takes him off the roster. He gets claimed by the Cincinnati Reds, and he's bouncing around from the bullpen to the starting role, bullpen starting role. The Reds take him off the roster in the offseason, and the Giants give him an opportunity during COVID. He has a great year during COVID, signs him back for a year the next year and has his best year of his career and then signs a $110 million deal. So
Amazing.
there's just a lot that goes into it, and I'm pumped about that. We're going to talk some gambling. We're going to have
I can't wait for that.
We have our guy. Our guy is.
I need to be educated.
Yeah,
I
our
want
guy's
to
gonna
gamble.
educate. We'll educate. Our guy's gonna give you some lines. You'll not. Well, maybe 2 lines, maybe both lines if you want. I don't know.
I looked at Lloyd again on that.
There's a couple lines you can, but our guy.
That's how I know him.
Our guy is real. You'll never know who our guy is though. Our guy is a secret guy, but he is a real guy, and he's very successful with his picks.
I want y'all to take me to the sports book and like walk me.
We
through
should.
the whole
We should. We could
process.
video
And
that.
video.
This what happens.
Absolutely.
Now the
I wanna
sports book
learn.
is a little complicated sometimes because like
It's easier to go to the window.
there is you have to know going in what you're trying to do.
Okay.
And
Right?
it seems
I'll
like
show you how-
some people didn't when we
And
went
some
there.
people don't, or some people do. They just have a book full of
Some
bets that they want to
people?
bet.
Some people.
No,
Was
it
this
wasn't
some
him. It was the
people? Who
people.
was it?
We're a lot at this kiosk, and we're like, all right, this shouldn't take long. And you have people up there that are putting in 40 bets at a time. It's like, let's get
Because
this.
there's
just
no
loop
there's
back
no
around.
app. There's no
Yeah.
app, and so like you have to, but it's like a touch screen, so you have to go and you got to navigate through it, and you got to go, and sometimes you typo and you got to fix it. And it's just
Those walls start to get tight
there's a
too when you
line,
feel
and then
like
the line starts
Yeah.
getting longer, and you're like,
You get nervous.
shit, I got to hurry up.
People bring you down your
My bet, I bet. There's the LSU basketball game against Auburn. Now, thank God it ended up like, not really thank God, but I bet LSU plus 4.5, and then I wanted to bet Auburn. I wanted to bet Auburn money line with my parlay, but I panicked.
it was easy to panic.
I panicked and I clicked the wrong thing, so then I bet the wrong bet and I messed my
the
parlay.
opposite, yeah,
the opposite of what I wanted to
do.
bet.
But you can
And I
feel
lost
it
my
when you
parlay.
get into the kiosk. You can feel that you've been there like a long time.
Yeah.
Like if you're there for more than 30
Yeah.
seconds or like a minute, and then it feels like it's been 10 minutes. You look behind you, there's people right behind you, and you're just
Yeah.
like, "Fuck! All right, I'm just gonna push
Right.
a couple
Right.
buttons here, get my ticket, get
Right.
out of here."
Yeah,
I have
but
no idea what I
we
I have
can-
no idea what I was doing.
We can teach. We can learn. We can help with that. But the show's not going to be all betting. I don't want people to worry about like, oh, we're not. It's not a betting show.
Yeah.
No.
It's just a betting segment.
Yeah, sure.
And it's going to be fun. It's going to be. I mean, sports gambling ain't going away, people. It's coming. It's just going to be stronger, and
It's coming
you either
time.
jump in or you don't, and that's fine. But we're gonna make it easy for everyone to jump in. You're going to get interviews with Kevin, obviously, and then you're just going to get my take. I am not. This is going to be the set's going to be flipped, so
Right.
it's going to be a different backdrop. What you see
Get to
me
explore the space. a
yeah,
little
what
bit.
you see me do here is only a fraction of what I'm going to be doing on the show. I just
Yeah.
want to preface that, like, I'm not be sitting down. I'm not going to be as formal with my.
Takes.
It's going to be. I'm going to be the fist pumping, screaming Mikey that you got at LSU
I can't
is
wait.
more likely is
That's
what you're
actually
gonna
who
get.
I am.
That's me.
I
you know,
can't
it's-
wait.
I mean, I've had some moments here, but that's going to be it. And I'm just excited to be able to show that to y'all.
We're so excited.
And again,
I'm
thank
pumped.
thank
Yeah.
y'all for sticking with us today.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thanks,
'Cause I
y'all.
know it was a grind, but we'll figure it out, and
We
we'll
will
be back-
see y'all
we'll be
tomorrow.
back with
Maybe
y'all
Jordy
tomorrow.
will be back.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
not.
not.
If not, it'll be us. But we're looking forward to it.
No
Driven
doubt.
and powered by Go Chevrolet.
Boom.
Every single day.
Every single
single
day.
day.
Love y'all.
I'm going to
Thanks,
put an
everybody.
offer down on that Falaya house.
Peace.
Maybe I'll get my teeth tapped. You know what else? I need to go get a
The bunk beds.
Bear specialty meat.
And the bunk beds. And
Love
Relief
these.
Med.
Relief. That's
Cajun Ready Mix.
Cajun Ready. Mix.
City Cafe.
There we go.
Hub
Brunch.
International.
We're hitting everybody.
I'm just going down a list.
We're hitting them.
Edward
True
Jones.
Blue water.
True Blue Water.
Papa
Edward Jones.
Earl's. The fine spice. All right, boys.
Consummate
All right.
Spillers.
Good work
Thanks,
today,
y'all.
everybody.
Thank y'all. Peace.
Especially you sponsors.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
No drop off.
There wasn't?
Zero, no.